Hello, everyone. I hope we are live everywhere. Let me just quickly check that. Hi, Chaitanya buddy. How are you doing? How's the day going? Welcome to the stream. Alright, let me just quickly set everything up. Alright, this looks good. This I just need to do there. Yes. Cool. Chaitanya, am I audible? Can you just quickly tell me in the chat if my audio is coming properly or not? I will close the music. Now I think I should be more audible, right? I got Gemini Pro on 4 accounts. Yes, you're audible. Congratulations. Now, you use the Geo scheme, which I mentioned to you yesterday, but congratulations on the Gemini Pro accounts. I think super soon you'll be really happy once they launch 3.5 Gemini Pro. I just heard that it got postponed a little, but yeah, it'll probably be soon out in maybe another maximum of 15 to 20 days. Yeah, I called all friends. That's great, man. That's great. I think that's a great start. That's something everybody should do if they do not want to spend on this. But yeah, I didn't even recharge. Yeah, if they have already recharged and you can get that plan for free, why not? So congratulations. I think now it's your time to build that platform even better, bigger, and smarter. I think Gemini Pro also comes with a little bit of Opus, but that too, like, you'll end up in like one or two prompts, so you'll eventually have to shift to Gemini 3 Pro. But yeah, congrats on getting the plan for free. I think this is a great initiative by Geo, to be honest, and to give it for free. And as they are launching more frontier models, that will be really, really useful. So that's a great thing that you did. Yeah, my pleasure, man. My pleasure. All right, we have a lot of things to do today, guys. When we will start. So as you know, we were yesterday redesigning our whole website, the SaaS product that we are building. So that's task number one. I did a lot of work offline. As you can see, I've already used up my 25% of weekly limit like within a day. So we have already been working quite a lot today. I'm already at 25% weekly limit, 40% Fable limit. So been doing a lot of work since the morning. Now the idea is to push it even further and do some more work. So this is the first task that we are going to work upon today. And parallelly, as you know, yesterday we were building that SaaS for jewelers. That will be the another development that we are going to do. So this is our primary focus, and we have one more very spicy thing. Kimi K3 is out, and it is destroying frontier models on so many segments. Like it's unimaginable. Nobody even thought that Kimi K can do that possibly. It's the first open source model that is of that level, right? And I think it's crazy. So I think, yeah, we'll read some reviews. We'll see what people have been building with Kimi K3. We'll get an idea of how good it is, and eventually, if you'd like to switch later, we can do that. Chaitanya in chat asking, why don't you use other models too? All right, that's a very good question, Chaitanya. So I don't use anything else for my primary development as of now because Fable is the best model right now, right? Like even Kimi K3 launched and it is very good with front end, but for the rest of the things, it's not equally good or not that good. Fable is overall really good with front end, with back end, with most of the things. So I am sticking to the best frontier model that I can possibly find. I have its $200 Cloud Max subscription. So I thought, why not start with that, see it go where it goes. And if I face any issues, then I'll switch. So that's why we are building with Fable as of now. Eventually, if we'll think that, we need to switch some models, we'll do that. But that's the plan. So right now we are at Fable. If they launch Opus 5, we'll check Opus 5. If Gemini 3.5 Pro comes out, we'll check that too. I do have Gemini Pro subscription as well, and ChatGPT Pro subscription, like the base version. but I don't think I'll have a lot of usage there, so I just don't use it. So yeah, let me just quickly check what's happening. Uh, all right, now can you apply this migration, work it out end to end, and also complete the rest of the task, and then give me the final list of whatever is left? Because I think you implemented a lot of things on Opus itself, so we need to check that too, if that implementation was proper or not, or if we need to change something around the same. So yeah, just check that and let me know. All right, so it's gonna check right now. We are on Fable 5 medium reasoning. So yeah, I think it's pretty good to start. The cloud is better, but for smaller works, you can use other model like ChatGPT 5.6 or Gemini 3.1 Pro. For basic work, it will save your credits, right? Yeah, absolutely. Like if I'll use smaller models like even a ChatGPT 5.6 or Gemini 3.1 Pro, it will save my credits. But the thing is, what I personally have seen with my experiences, when I'm doing a huge coding task, right? Like I've been resolving around 400 bugs since yesterday, if I'll tell you within this task. And if I switch my model in between the task to any other model, the output starts to get really crappy too, right? Like it's not of the same level. Sometimes the context goes missing, and there could be multiple things happening. So I make sure I stick to one model when I'm running one workflow. I use ChatGPT for my image generation. So whatever thumbnails you are seeing, right, like on YouTube or even other images that I generate for my websites and stuff, I use ChatGPT for that purpose, because ChatGPT's image gen model is really good, right? So I have chosen these models like that. I tried Gemini as well for image generation, but it gives that watermark, so you can't really put it on production. That's like really a bummer. So yeah, that's where I use like ChatGPT. Gemini 3 I also use a lot for research purposes because it's great there. It has like all the Google integrations and stuff. So Gemini 3.1 Pro you can use for research, and you can also use it for, I would say, ideally some script writing if you're doing right. In that also Gemini 3.1 is good, and I think 3.5 Pro when it will come out will be fast, like it will kill it. So there you can use Gemini, ChatGPT, good for images and now for development as well. But with 5.6, I don't have their $200 plan, right? So I cannot put it in development. I only have their $20 plan. With Claude, I have a $200 plan. And in next week, we will decide actually, because our renewal cycle will come. So we'll actually decide whether we want to continue with Claude, we want to shift to ChatGPT, or in fact Kimi K. So we'll talk about that. I have read a lot of reviews around Kimi K, how good or how bad it is, and what are the issues with it. I think the primary issue that I have heard and read about is that it is really bad in terms of speed, like genuinely bad in terms of, like you can just try to keep basically doing work with it, and it will take hours and hours running single prompt, which even for a Fable level model it will give in like half an hour, and there you'll have to stick for like 1.5 2 hours. So Kimi K is good model, but it's really slow, so as of now we cannot afford that luxury. Cool. Having said that, guys, yes, as I mentioned, this improvement is going on. um Yesterday we worked on a lot of things. I'll show it to you guys again if somebody is new over here. So this is one website for my content agency that we have built, and as you guys can see, this is all completely built using Fable 5. And all of this scroll, you see all of this happening, then all this animation, the fonts, the text, everything was done with Fable 5. So yeah, like this is what Fable 5 has kind of built for me, and it's absolutely bonkers. Like when I saw my own website, I was like, wow, this is great. Right. So yeah, you can also build your similar websites and everything, and it will look like really good for you. So this is one thing that we did. This is in production. It's called wizardingmedia.com. The other one that we did is Synclify. This again we did with Fable. We made a lot of changes, and then now we have this cute premium and clean design. Previously, it was really cluttered. It was all slop and all, but now it looks very clean. Basically, everything is explained nicely and all of that. So I'm genuinely happy with this design as well. So these are the two things that we did yesterday. Apart from that we worked on our jewelry platform. Let me run that too for you guys. I don't know how many of you were here yesterday. Start the server. Let's see. I'll show you guys what the last progress we made. I think Chaitanya, you also went, and we made quite a good progress on this. I'll show it to you. Can you show Kimi K3? I haven't used that Kimi. In fact, I have also not used that Kimi. In fact, I just installed this Kimi K extension on my anti gravity, and as you can see, I have not even logged in. I have not bought any plans for Kimi K. I don't know if they give any free usage. We can check that. Let's check if I can use Kimi K for free. Kimi K3 Moonshot, right? Maybe we'll be able to use it on some platform, like how we can use it else. Let's check it out. Why not? Yeah, we can use it. Okay, let's create a HTML file. The other day, I gave a prompt on Meta AI and it built a HTML page for me. So why not let's give the similar prompt over here and see what it makes, right? I'm giving you the full liberty. Yeah, let's do that. So we are going to do this. We are going to put this prompt in Kimi K and let's see what the output is. So we'll get to know how Kimi K is doing. Oh, no, sorry, my bad. Model K3, K3 Max. Okay, let's do hi. Okay, I need to log in, guys. Give me a second. Let me just quickly log in. Logging in. Yeah, I think we are in. Let's see even if it allows it for free. Kimi ran into an issue, had to port the task. Task was due to system peak. Continue task. Is it? Seems like it's not working. Invite to one up to 1 year K3 credit. Oh, there is some Kimi K. I am not able to use Kimi K. Maybe because I have not bought a plan or something. Can I use? Ran into an issue and had to port the task. Agent credits have been refunded. Task paused due to system peak. So I think what they're trying to say is right now their servers are busy, if I'm not wrong. And let's check their plans also. So there are 4 plans. What is this language? Moderato, Allegro, and Vivas. Okay, I need monthly. So this is for $199. 30x. Usually Claude and ChatGPT gives 20x. So that is 1.2 Kimi K. This one also, I think it's only 5x in case of Claude and ChatGPT. They're giving 15x. And ChatGPT and Claude does not even have this plan, which they're giving just for $40. And they have this plan where they just give basically. So yeah, I guess these are the different plans that they're launching. But as of now, we are not able to work with it. They also have Kimi Code, Kimi Work, and they have made their own Kimi Claw. So this is interesting. If you can see over here, I think yeah, on short stream you might not be it. If you'll see, we have Kimi Work, Kimi Code, and Kimi Claw. So this is interesting. They have launched their own OpenClaw like agent, which will run on cloud, on computer, and this. Wow, nice. And Kimi Code is just like Claude Code, and Kimi Work again is beta, which is like co-work or codex work, like the Chat GPT work. There is one subscription code anywhere. Okay, cool. You need to buy a subscription to use K3 code. So I don't think we can use it end to end as of now. But yeah, we'll see. We'll maybe buy a subscription and see if it goes really well. Then only we'll buy it. Otherwise, I don't think it will make sense, right? So as I was saying, this was another thing that we did. And now basically what I'm doing, I'll explain to you guys. So we have improved the landing site. So okay, if you'll go, everything is completely transformed and looks good. Now we are working on the main website itself. So you see, this is our current UI UX, which is deployed. You can go to Synclify.ai, you can register, you can buy a subscription and all of that. So it is here, but now the idea is to transform this completely. It does not look bad, but it does not look good either, right? So my focus is to completely transform this, all these things, and that's what basically I'm working on. All right. So yeah, I'll let's just build it. I think right now the code is running anyways. Yeah, all of this is happening. So just to show you guys. So this is where the whole code is running. We found out there were about 400 plus improvements that we can possibly do, and the right now it's running, and we are at our last 50 problems. Okay, and as you can see, in terms of usage, we are at 33% weekly and 40% Fable. So we have Fable for 2 more days. I think I'll end up using another 20% on the stream today, and then we will switch to something else. Can you show me use of Claude Cowork and how can I implement similar things to my Gemini? So if I'm not sure, Gemini as of now don't have a system like Cowork. They did launch something as Gemini Spark, right? Gemini Spark. This IO. And this is the kind of a substitute or something similar to what Cowork is. And this is where you set up. Whatever you can do with Claude Cowork, you can do it with Gemini Spark. Um, Anti-gravity, I mean, no, you cannot set up Cowork on anti-gravity or Gemini Spark for that matter on anti-gravity. I don't think they allow that. So for that, you need to go to gemini.google and that's where you use actually Gemini Spark. And it is like Cowork. And how I use Cowork is in a lot of different ways. Just to show you, let me quick up. Um, Sort by Cowork, yes. So as you can see, I get my metadata and thumbnails. I have made a project, so every day it will give me metadata and thumbnails for the stream. Then I'm extracting shots for the stream. That's how I'm using Cowork. Then for a lot of research work, also I use Cowork because it's really good and it can run offline. I don't need to keep my laptop or like PC open. So I did some jewelry competitor research and all of this. So this is how you basically use Cowork. I think the best purpose of Cowork is to give it tasks which are long running, which are research heavy, or which need some harness, right? By harness, what I mean is, let's say I want to set up OBS on my system, right? What I'll do is I'll give a task to the Cowork and say, you have access to my system. Now download OBS, set it up for me for today's stream, add whatever details you seem fit for an AI stream, right? It will go ahead, use my browser, download the OBS, and then, of course, do the rest of it, right? For example, over here, when I extract shots from my streams, right? What I basically do is if I want, I can just tell it, go to my YouTube channel, figure out yesterday's live stream, take out the transcription of that stream, and then give me a complete shots description. And it will basically do everything for me. I don't need to even touch my computer. I don't need to go to YouTube, download this, that, then come back and write something or the other over here. So this is how basically you use Code. It means like it's working for you, like how you will work for that particular. Same way, Google built Spark. I think they did great job with integrating it with calendar, Gmail, all of that. I don't know how good it is to use on the system because on-prem, I don't think it has access, but it can do a lot of work with all the Google apps and everything that they. So Cowork have all computer access like something similar to OpenClaw. Yes, it is similar to OpenClaw, but of course, it has a lot of restrictions. OpenClaw literally takes over your whole computer, but Claude, because of course it's a frontier level product, it does not access your complete computer. It asks for individual permissions. It takes those permissions, then work according to it, task by task. And if there is anything that it seems to be flagged, it actually flags you. It does not just take all the task in their hand and complete. So that's the difference, I would say, between OpenClaw and uh, your Cowork. But it is somewhere like OpenClaw, not as good because OpenClaw even can code for you. It can even do anything. Like it can harness a browser for you and do like maybe find out what keys needs to be put where and all of that. I think OpenClaw still restrict itself to do that. So that is, I think, the difference. All right. So yeah, this is running still. That's good. Let's see for jewelry. Huh. So see this. Yeah. So Chaitanya, this is what we built by end of the night. You saw the first iteration that was really poor. That was not looking good at all. And then we went ahead and built quite a lot. Like made it a lot better. This is our helo element. where the numbers are changing. This is happening, then all of this, as you can see, this is there. So we made a lot of further improvements on this, and we are going to build a lot further on this. That's the plan. Let me quickly just put our Instagram story as well. Quickly give me a second, if you don't mind. I'll only put it today on the AI page. Okay, let's not put it on my main page. Let's see if that makes any difference. Just copy link, send it to myself on WhatsApp. It's a bit of a process. Yeah, now it's looking good, right? Like now it's clean. First iteration was genuinely very bad. I don't even know why Claude made it, but yeah. See, so now it looks very good. Good motions, good product page. All the things are separated as well. It's not like everything is same. So yeah, we have made quite a difference, right? So this is what we have done. Yeah, this looks good. Yeah, I'm just quickly gonna put the Instagram story. Give me a second. Next five done. Just doing a bit of a work, buddy. Can you tell me more about Google Spark because I really don't know anything about it? Cool. We'll get to it. Think it copy paste. Right. Done that, and we are going just all right. Story is live as well. Yeah, Chaitanya will just discuss in a moment the Gemini Spark because even I have not read a lot about Gemini Spark, but I guess why not? Always, I'm always open to try new things. Let me see if I can use it from here. New notebook, all notebooks. No, here avatar gems. No, Gemini. What Gemini can do? Subscription. What's new? Okay, you need to download the app, which is there. I don't think I have that app. And then you see how they have given the example. Like basically, help me find and track interior design internship in New Orleans this summer. So you have just given it task. For example, let's say you are looking for a job. So you just give it a job that hey, help me find this or that. Particularly, maybe let's say in product management, find me a good job. So what it will do is it will go ahead, search the Google, find a job, and give it to you as a response, right? Maybe, in fact, let's try this. Why not? How to Mac OS, try Gemini. Okay. I by mistake searched about it. Can you run Gemini Spark on this or not? Let's see. Can it run it or not? Let's first understand. I cannot launch or execute Gemini tasks directly from this chat interface. How you pursue your automatic thus shows delivery because Gemini run 24/7 in cloud. Open the Gemini menu and select Spark. I don't see where is Spark. Do you see Spark over here? We are in Gemini menu. Library. Up. Gemini select Spark in the task box. Define your goal and schedule. Once check, Spark will handle the workflow automatically. It requires Spark Workspace running background AI Ultra subscription. So unfortunately, Chaitanya, you or either me, we cannot run Spark because it requires Google AI Ultra subscription. And I think this is around 20,000 rupees, right? So we cannot use Spark. Unfortunately, I just got to know. So yeah, I guess we'll have to wait when they launch 3.5 Pro. Maybe we'll buy the subscription or they move Spark to the Pro as well. So yeah, buddy, I'm sorry. I don't think you or I can use Spark. All right. Running. Okay. This done quite a lot. We are using. Well, I just want an eye. 42% with Fable. Wow, that's that too. We are on medium effort, by the way. Imagine if you were on like high or extra high. We would have been already been used it up by now. But regardless. Cool. So yeah, that's going on. And apart from this, uh, yeah. So verify sweep done 4 reports in three fixed agent launched. It launched three fixed agents, so I think it's gonna work. And over here, as I mentioned, we are working with Fable, and I'm guessing it's gonna squeeze all my usage. I'm guessing. Great. Fine. All tomorrow. But yeah. So this is fine. This is good. This is going on. This I'm not touching till the time we finish this because that's important. In the meanwhile, let's quickly check what's going on X. What's going on in the world? I think everybody's just talking about Kimi K. So I think it's time for us to check it out. The very first news we have is Meta is reportedly in talks to lease AI computing power to Anthropic in a deal worth 100,000 million, $10 billion. When you will get free, tell me about Cowork more deeply. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I'll tell you a little bit more about Cowork shortly. Let's look at what's happening here. Yes, Meta is reportedly in talks to lease AI computing power to Anthropic. Everybody was thinking why Fable is not coming completely on, subscription, and why they are still forcing it up on your like usage, because they thought like Anthropic does not have the computation power. And I think this is one of the steps towards it, that it is going to lease AI computing power to Anthropic for $10 billion. I think that's crazy. So now I think will Anthropic will have this computation power. They'll be able to put heavier models for users, for usage, make maybe them cheaper, or and also of course can develop more models. So I think this is a great initiative by Meta, because anyways they are not able to develop the frontier model. So why not support Anthropic? And now, after Kimi K3 launch, I think all the companies, the race that was going on between OpenAI and Anthropic, they are more shaken. They're completely shook by what happened yesterday with the launch of Kimi, because nobody was expecting a Chinese model, an open source model to be. Yeah, just the beginning. AI, AEO, GEO, free resource, everyone, if you're looking really good ones. We wrote about what AEO, why is it important to be there. Here are three subreddits. Okay. These are some subreddits that we can think of. We have done a lot of AEO and GEO for our websites, which reminds me, we also have to do AEO and GEO for our Synclify website as well. And that's something that we'll do once all these things are done. Let me write it somewhere actually, so I don't forget it. Let me write quick second. AEO and O for Synclify, also demo B, right? We have a few tasks coming up, and we are going to do these tasks once all of this is done. It's asking me to invoice management page, recurring invoice page. Okay, two dead files. Sure, let's delete it. I don't mind because I have the complete secure code on GitHub, so I can actually shouldn't be a big of an issue. What is AEO and GEO? Okay, AEO is basically, so you know how what SEO is, right? Search engine optimization. So search engine optimization was the biggest thing ever. Like people used to optimize their websites so that they can rank good on Google, they can rank good on search engine. That was search engine optimization. Now AEO, I think the full form is let us quickly check if before guessing. So and AEO full form. AEO is answer engine optimization and generative engine optimization. So basically, as we all know, sooner or later, people will start searching for products, start searching for answers on ChatGPT, Anthropic, Perplexity, Claude, here, Gemini, all of that. So it does not, your website to pop up on those platforms needs AEO and GEO for them. So there is a whole file that you create, a LLM file in your website that you need to create. So for example, let's say I'll take example for your website, right? The dental website. So if in somebody in your area is searching, I need a dentist near me in like whatever location on ChatGPT. So SEO will not work. SEO will work on Google, but AEO will work on ChatGPT and Claude, right? So if somebody's searching there, then you have to do AEO and GEO for your websites. And of course, if you'll stick around, we will do this maybe tomorrow or maybe today. If you know this code gets completed, then we can do it today also. We have done it for one of my other product, and we'll do it maybe for this as well. So yeah, this is what AEO and GEO, right? Answer engine optimization and generative engine optimization. Focuses on structuring your content so AI platforms and voice assistants can instantly pull it as a direct answer to user question. Focuses on optimizing your brand and content so there are large language models frequently cite and recommend your business in the narrative response, right? Can AI do that for? Yes, absolutely. We will use AI to do it. The idea is to build some LLM files. We have to do some make it browser agent friendly and all of that. So AI can do that. Like if you'll ask it to improve its AEO and GEO, it will tell you how exactly you can do. And that's what I'm saying. We'll do it for our website here. Of course, it does not appear like SEO quickly, but if people are asking those questions again and again, and you have properly done it, then you will pop up basically. Okay, back to X. Our fake company went viral like fake product launched 700 people and we went viral. Wow. Slice line. To turn sad employee into happen one piece at a time.
At your company using AI.
Sliceline connects to your Gmail, Slack, and Whoop in about 30 seconds. It analyzes all your internal comms to detect the earliest signs of team friction and resolves them through autonomous, hyper-personalized carbohydrate intervention at enterprise scale in real time.
The hunger-adjusted morale score.
You stay have to feed it.
Wow. You see, this is the level of skill people have gotten. They literally made a fake company, launched it on X, and got 700,000 views.
We're excited to announce our $6 million seed round led by.
And on X, that's not a small task, to be honest.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
You can do that
Guys,
on
as you can
Instagram and everything very easily, but on X, it takes a lot of, work to go viral on X. It's the hardest algorithm to crack, according to me, on social.
May I have your attention, please?
Why do we need Anthropic and OpenAI if the Chinese models are already this? Right? This is what I was talking. Like, why do we even need these frontier models if Chinese models are becoming this good? I think right now the biggest thing is Fable is still better. That's one point, and second is it's faster. So these are the only two plus points that any company ever in the history had over Kimi K3. Okay. Google Gemini's 3.5 Pro delay has wiped out $140 billion in Alphabet value code rate. You see, what is happening now? They keep announcing that Google, Gemini 3.5 Pro will come this week, next week. I mean, they don't do official announcement, but unofficial announcements stuff keeps happening. But now, because these models are coming, the frontier level models, be it Fable, be it ChatGPT 5.6, Google thinks that they have built something of equivalent, and then they see the next model, and then they're like, no, we need to stop and make it better. Right? That's what is happening with Gemini 3.5 Pro launch, and that's why it's constantly getting delayed. They launched 3.1 Pro back in December or January, right? Sometime. And it's been 6 months, and a company like Google, a $1 trillion company, is unable to launch its next frontier model. So that's definitely a bit of an alarming situation, because if they launch something of Opus level, nobody cares. And to match Fable's level and be better than Fable will take a lot of time. Kimi's laggy, bro, and they're giving Kimi K3 for free. No, no, no. I don't think they're giving it for free. You have to buy different plans. So it's definitely not free. And it's laggy. I will say it's very slow. Like if you are running the same prompt on Fable and same prompt on Kimi K3, Fable will do in half an hour, Kimi K will do in 1.5 hours. So that much slow. Like I think the TPS for Kimi K is just 22 TPS, right? If I'm not wrong. Open router. Let's look at Kimi K. Kimi K TPS, yeah, 21. That's very low. Fable is somewhere around, I think, 50, 53. So yeah, that's one of the slowest models, like especially in frontier class. If you'll see Claude, Fable, I think, yeah, let's check Soul Pro also. Why not? Soul Pro is 67 TPS. So that's crazy, right? 67 and 21, it's almost not even one third. That's why people will still think before using Kimi K. If it's not free, then why would anyone use Kimi K3? Claude Pro will always be better than you. Good question. Very good question. If it's not free, why people will use? Okay, so the very first point why people will use it is Kimi K3 is a open source model, right? You know what open source model is, that if I have the compute power, if I have that machinery, let's say I have like $2 million and I can build that machinery, 100 NVIDIA GPUs, and I can build that machine, then I have that intelligence offline, right? I can run complete intelligence offline. That is not something for an individual, but for an organization, that is not hard to do, right? Like they can build this level of intelligence locally. They don't have to worry about privacy. They don't have to worry about security. They have no concerns whatsoever, because they can run, privately within their organization. That's first reason. Second reason is Kimi K3 is cheaper. While Fable is $10 input and $50 output, Kimi K3 is $3 input and $15 output. So that's almost one third the price of Fable. That's second thing. Third thing, on a lot of benchmarks like artificial intelligence benchmark, it's literally 1 2 points behind Fable, and it is literally better than Fable on front end design. So that is another reason why people will. But the drawback is simply that Kimi K3 is very slow. Uh, that's the biggest, uh, you know, alert, because it needs to be faster for people to do proper development. So this is the reason why people will go to Kimi K3 and not use Claude Pro or anything, because it's giving more usage, better in a few things, and of course it will not play with your emotions like how Claude Fable is doing. 1 week we are adding, next week we are removing, and all of that. Xi Jinping declares China is going to lead the world in AI, both in technology and global governance. Yes. Yeah, I'll talk about this. Let R885 pass. One new data equals test. All right, cleaning up. Okay, so I think we are done with our task, primary task. We need to fix some security bugs. Then we need to some more issues, and then we can go with AEO and GEO part that we can do. Right. Yes, I think yesterday was the first time when any leader from China, like their president, came to a public platform and kind of flaunted China's progress very subtly in AI. I don't think before yesterday they ever did it, because yesterday was the first day when China actually produced a model which is of such high standards, which is matching the frontier models and even cheaper. So it was their day yesterday, to be honest. And I think they kind of leveraged it by coming online, talking about it, telling that uh, used Kimi K3 and we are going to lead the world in AI and it has to be open source. It should not be behind the closed bars and all of that. So, yeah, I think that was the start of it. But Kimi K3's Chinese model, do you really think it will be 100% privacy proof even if run locally? And Claude and GPT models and fast and they work like all rounder types. Uh, that's a fair concern, buddy. Like even if I'll run it locally, whether it will be 100% safe. The only reason or way how it will be unsafe is if they have created a backdoor, right? Backdoor is basically a small piece of code through which they can enter into the system, even if it is running locally, right? If it is backdoor proof, which I think companies will check before doing that, then there is no possibility that it is not safe. Maybe I never say never, like maybe 0.1% possibility, but otherwise it will be completely safe to run it locally. I think that's what the bet these open source companies are also doing. Like if you can run these models, run it. We'll just gonna charge you maintenance cost or something. So instead of charging a subscription, they may charge a maintenance cost. So that's how probably these open source models will come into enterprises. All right. Locally and Claude GPT models are fast and they work like all round type. So first of all, of course, they are fast and they work all rounder because they have had the advantage of starting early, right? They were the first company to start working on something like this and build this artificial intelligence models, LLM models. But even with them, right, like companies cannot even trust Anthropic or ChatGPT for that matter. That's why organizations are not adopting AI at the pace which they should, right? That's why we still have our jobs in hand. Because if companies will start to use these models for whatever work they have, then we'll not have much jobs. Trust me, the fire ratio will be much, much higher. The reason we still have our jobs is because companies are scared to adapt these AI models because they are not just risky, they're also not so safe as of now. Right? The guardrails are not so good. The data is going out constantly to the server. It can be used for training, it can be used for several purposes. So that is the reason why I don't think any model which is frontier and running on cloud is safe for any organization anyway. But yeah, now I think organizations are using, whoever is using Microsoft Suite, they are using Copilot. Whoever is using Google Suite, they're using Gemini. So slowly the companies are adapting. Okay. We got our first response from Hicksfield, ChatGPT 5.3 Sol and Kimi K3. They look almost similar, but this looks more high definition, right? I'll run it for full screen. This looks way more high definition. This looks lesser high definition. Yeah, you see, this is more realistic. Here it was all small parts. Yeah. Okay, so Kimi K3 definitely with Hicksfield integration is beating GPT 5.6 Sol. Straightforward. By the company it has come up. So we cannot even argue or question it. All right, let me just see where we are. Okay, this part is done. Migration is applied. The Opus work check you asked for it needed real fixes. And implementation almost proper, but had 40 now all fixed. The most serious. All right, that is done. The held for Opus session dropped by a decision needs new backend to build later. Durable rate card, a client portal, no open, low severity. Okay, out of the things that are left, can Fable do anything end to end without any dependencies? And they can build it end to end. and then we will switch to Opus and do the rest of the. All right. So we are just checking if we can still do maybe these tasks if we possibly can. If not, then we'll switch to Opus and just. So that's the plan. All right. Yeah. Let me see. Find out some news. I don't want to open X on public, guys. I'll probably get banned with otherwise. Yeah, this is something I want to show you. Did you guys see this? Mac OS 27 in the browser created by Kimi K3. Someone on X, this person, Max Webin back, right? He created Mac OS 27 in the browser using Kimi. That's how good Kimi K3. Let's watch this video. I checked it out in the afternoon and I was shocked. Like how good this looks. This is my like Max OS, right? Sorry. This is how actually it looks. And he made it even better. The calendars, the whole thing, the you see the icons below, it looks so clean. And this is a web browser, by the way. I can actually open it. He has given the link also, and we can open it. You see how clean this is. And the whole OS is within the browser. That's crazy to have a complete OS system with all the OS features, how your computer works. It's like running a Windows on a browser, right? Let's check it out. I think he has given the link to it, right? Let's check it out. Why not? So this is the browser, right? You see this? Click here to log in. Okay, we have this. See this? It's already opening this. I can open apps. All these apps are over here. So like, this looks crazy good. Then your messages, your FaceTime is here. It is even making a dummy call and it's asking for my camera. Crazy. The detailing of it. It's asking for my camera permission. Free from music. Let me see if I can play. Yeah, I can play music. So someone built a whole Mac OS system on a browser using Kimike in less than a day. Not even a single day since Kimike has launched, almost 28 hours by now. And that person literally launched this within 20 hours of launching Kimike, made a whole Mac OS, everything functional, every single thing, all the settings, everything I can see over here. I don't want to switch anything off. Maybe it will, hamper something, especially in settings. But yeah, it's crazy. I can check downloads, whatever is there, and he has made like so many dummy things as well. Added so much. I can play slideshow, delete this. I'm able to delete. Wow, this is absolutely bonkers. Looks like we got to switch to Kimi K3. Maybe. I would say if the speed improves, then we should definitely switch to Kimi K3. And especially Fable going out of the subscription plan, nobody's going to use Opus 4.8. Opus Anthropic is going to release Opus 5 probably this week or early next week. That's definitely is going to happen. Or Fable 5 is going to come permanently, no more gameplays in the plan. Otherwise, I think 50% of the audience will switch to Kimi K3. They are only holding back because of the speed. If speed improves, I will personally switch to, because this level of output is not easy to judge, right? Like I think, yeah, if you'll read the comments, this got 1.7 million views on X. What the hell, insane, Kimi. Yeah, never seen anything like this. Yes, in 20 hours. Guys, like, have you ever seen something like this? I have personally. Crazy. What the hell is Kimi K3, bro? I want to use it now. Yeah, I think if you can buy that $20 plan or $40 plan and use it, and let me know also if it is good. But I think it can definitely make your websites go crazy. The usage limits are great. If you have the patience for the speed, you should definitely go and check out Kimi K3. If you can be patient, it will generate you the Fable level output at like very less price. So why not? Okay, Servam. Yeah, now I don't think anybody cares about Servam. Okay, there is this question, guys. Can a solo founder with unlimited AI credits build $1 billion company? I think they can start building the $1 billion company, and as they scale, they will require people, right? Even with unlimited AI credits, as of now, you cannot build $1 billion company. You can build multi-million dollar company, but $1 billion company is still not there yet. With time, of course, that will be the case, because as the sales agents get better, as the development models get better, then you can build $1 billion company. As of now, even no matter what, I'll give you Fable 5 unlimited credits, you cannot build possibly $1 billion company, because there are still a lot of restrictions with AI, that people don't trust it enough. And any $1 billion company, if you'll pick up in the history of it, people will only trust it and then only becomes $1 billion company. Without the trust factor, it does not. And AI, as of now, does not have that trust factor in it, which will come with time as the voice agents, sales agents, support agents get better. And then you can build $1 billion company with unlimited AI credit. For anyone tech with the annual percentage they want to take from you here via seizure is what you applying into super packs and media influence right now and be back max. Please, when we are trying to organize the common sense builders, it's a defined fights. Okay. Whether this is a good joke banter happening on X, which constantly happens. Why do we still buy stadium tickets without ever seeing what the view from the seat actually looks like? So I prototyped an idea, the 3D view experience for a football field stadium built with Fable 5 plus 3JS, where you can preview exactly what you will see from your seat. Yeah, I think a lot of company must already be developing this. This guy did it. That's great job. But companies must be working on it where they're going to give you a 3D preview of these stadiums, and it will look exactly, it will give you the idea of where you're sitting and how your whole view will look like. It will take a lot of mapping and stuff because there are so many stadiums, but I think companies must already be investing in this. Like if I talk about in India, you have Book My Show and all of that. I'm pretty sure they must be doing something like they have already have 2D maps. They will probably working with 3D maps and stuff as well. Like kind of giving it a AR feel. This person also open sourced this repo. Nice. Yeah. You see, it's easy when we are talking about just one stadium. On the production level, it's not equally easy. But I'm pretty sure we'll see this on every big ticketing platform player in probably about 1 year, I would say. We'll see it for some certain stadiums, we'll see it for some certain level, and slowly, steadily, everything will come on. You can hit a 4% reply rate. People. Yes. Uh, than I do right now. I never felt more alive. Other people entire business get dependent on work we are doing. Nice. Now it's it down. So fresh. Okay, now someone. Okay, the same guy also did Mac OS with GPT 5.6. So this is with GPT 5.6. We saw with Kimi K, and this is with GPT 5.6, and you can see the difference. Can you see this? This looks like a gimmick again. This is not clean. This does not have all the features and stuff. Maybe he did not prompt it enough, but even the colors, the feel, and everything, I used MacBook, I can tell it's not equally good. So yeah, this may look good to a lot of people, but I don't think it's equally good. It's still impressive for an AI model to do, but not good. Yeah, Kimi is far better, far better. I would say twice better at least. Yeah, people are also saying way better. 48 minutes. Kimi K3 took like 7 hours. Okay, so you see this. So he has given the example as well. He built this within 48 minutes. So if we'll reprompt, maybe it will reach to Kimi K's level, but otherwise it won't. But Kimi K3 took 7 hours to build it. 7 hours. That's a huge amount of time because it's very slow. So if it can match the speed, even maybe it might have taken like 1.5 hours, then it's good. Otherwise, it's not usable, I would say. Virtual MacBook in 3 years with functional Mac OS. Now my whole feed will be. Yes, let's check. Very slow, but takes very low tokens, right? I would not ideally say take very low tokens, but low enough, right? So you have more usage limit for sure. It's not equally to that of Anthropic 100%. I don't know about ChatGPT, but the usage limits are pretty good. But you have to be very patient. If you are patient, then Kimi K is the way to go right now. But I would say one thing, whoever might be thinking right now to switch to Kimi K, Opus, or whatever, Claude or GPT 5.5, hold up for a one more week if you possibly can. Because in 1 week, we are going to have Opus 5, maybe Gemini 3.5 Pro. And then you can make a decision because that will be the model for, let's say, another 2 months or 1.5 months. So you can think about your next subscription accordingly. But within a week, you will get more answers to choose your best subscription. So hold off your purchases if you are planning to buy a subscription, uh, maybe Kimi K3 or for Fable for the next 1 or 2 days. uh, Keep your use cases ready, like where you're going to use it. And in another 1 week, we are going to have Opus 5 released, maybe Gemini 3.5 Pro release, then we'll have Kimi K3 and also ChatGPT 5.0. Then based on your use cases, whatever you need to do, then figure out which model will be perfect for you based on the usage limits, based on the work that you are doing, based on the intelligence you need, the speed you need, everything. And then you can make a better call. Okay, what's left? The complete list. For your Opus session, the only functional work remaining, okay, dropped by a decision. Redesign, document, no action needed, F1 define. Assigned to 2 agencies, only the first. A team member assigned to 2 agencies is only the first. The e-certificate right is best effort outside attraction. Okay, cool. So now we can switch to Opus and we can go ahead with the rest of the work. Right, let me switch to Opus. Max intelligence I use on Opus. Let me just quickly check what's my Fable usages are at. I am at 48%. That's too much. I have only 50% usage left for another 2 days. All right, now I have switched to Claude Opus. Now you can go ahead and finish the rest of the tasks end to end. Make sure nothing is. All right. So now we are finishing the rest of the security bugs as well, security issues also that we find out, and we have used Opus for it. That's gonna work. All right. Moving on. Chaitanya is asking, can you tell me more about models like GLM 5.2 or something? Okay. So Chaitanya, you have to understand from two perspectives. One is that there are two different kinds of models or companies around the world, right? One is your frontier model level companies who had the advantage of starting early, like OpenAI and Anthropic primarily. Now you have SpaceX AI, which has Grok, you have Google Gemini, and you have um, Meta MuseSpark, right? So these are five companies, American companies, who are building their in-house model, which they are giving out as subscription plan to the users or maybe to the enterprises. The second side of development is primarily happening in China, where they are launching all these models open source. So they have Kimi K, which is by Moonshot. They have GLM, which is by Z.ai, and they have DeepSeek. So these are the three Chinese labs that I am aware of, which are producing open source models, which if you have the competition, you can take it locally. But if you don't have the competition, you can pay minimum price to kind of avail the services on cloud, right? Instead of doing it on prem. So recently, the model that got launched is Kimi K3, which launched yesterday, which is performing absolutely phenomenal on a lot of benchmarks. It's better than GPT 5.6, a little, I would say, poor than Fable 5, but right at it. But it has more usage limits and everything. GLM 5.2 was the latest by Z.AI. I think they are also planning to launch GLM 5.5. And seeing the output of Kimi K3, I think GLM 5.5 will also be of at the similar level. And that is also good model, but that is probably a Sonnet level model or maybe Opus 4.5 level model, GLM 5.2. Still good, but not equally good. And then you have DeepSeek. It's been a while since they have launched any model. The last was, I think, DeepSeek 4, and that was really shitty, to be honest. I would not recommend anyone to use that model, but I'm guessing as now the Chinese labs have progressed, they will have a banger model. Like each of them will have their own banger models very soon. How we have GPT 5.6 and Fable in the way. Right. Is there anything else going on in the world apart from Kimi K, especially on my feed? I don't think there is. Who is streaming and vibe coding on YouTube? Check is live. Yeah, he's trying to. Uh, uh okay, I think Bridgemind was live, right? But he went offline. Okay, he's not online, but I can see there are a few more creators who are doing this for a long time. They are live. 4.3K subs. It will take us a while to get. I think the best part or easiest part to grow on YouTube is to create long form content, which we are not doing so far. We just cannot grow with shorts and live streams. So that is again something that probably I need to think of. And yeah, I'll plan around it. Okay. So Fable 5 was overhyped because other companies also giving similar competition. Not really. I think Fable 5 do still stand at the top. It's still unmatched. I don't think as of now, even GPT 5.6 or Kimi K3 is matching Fable 5. On one or two benchmarks, yes, Kimi K3 is better. I think the front end or UI UX benchmark. But apart from that, I think Fable still has more potential than that. But having said that, also they had the advantage of starting early and building all of this and have been leading the AI race since a while. So it's a great model, no doubt, and nobody can beat it now. But I think the kind of response and everything we are seeing, we cannot say nobody's going to beat it in soon enough. Like I think we are very close when a open source model can even beat a frontier lab model. So that's I think is the future. I genuinely want something else on my feed apart from Kimi K. Sorry. A great talk with you. I am feeling sleepy now. Good night. Good night, buddy. Have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for coming here, talking with me. I think you and I are the only two people who kind of talk here in the community. So I'm always thankful to you. Thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow. Being a startup CEO, but bringing someone you to an investor pitch just keeps coming his back. Hey, you told me Kimi Kimi, yeah. See this, like it's going bonkers on the whole. There's a lot of excitement about making immediately to open code Go users. We have not been able to negotiate a discount yet, so it will currently consumer limits at a higher rate. Hopefully, we'll figure that out. Cool. Open code is also betting on it, so let's see. Insane advice from Kimi K3. Let's read the advice. The prompt was based on your extensive knowledge and training data. What is an unconventional daily habit every human must adopt to ensure they achieve their goal? Okay, that's a good question to ask these frontier models. One genuinely unconventional habit: each morning, spend 2 minutes imagining your day failing on purpose. It is called pre-mortem, and it flips the usual visualize success advice on its head. Instead of picturing yourself crushing it, you sit down and ask, it's 9 p.m. and I made zero progress on my goal today. What happened? Then you write down the most likely culprits: the meeting that ran long, the phone you picked up for a second, the vague plan that let you drift, and you pre decide one counter move for it. Why it works? Oh, wow. Unfortunately, there is no one in the stream to see this, but this is crazy good advice from Kimi K3. People say you wake up and you manifest what you want in your day. You only feel positive, and you think positive and all of that. And I think that's a great advice as well. Like, if you are in a good mood, good things happen for sure. I agree to it. But this is also something that I think, if you can achieve this, this will also help you to an extent. That imagine your day has already ended and you have done nothing, right? When, let's say, you wake up at 8 a.m. and the first thing that you imagine is that it's 9 p.m. right now and have done nothing. And then you kind of list down all the factors that possibly made you do nothing on the whole day, right? And once you figure those factors out, just try to eliminate them. Be it a long call, be it a 5 minute uh, outing with your friend, or be it watching, just scrolling Instagram for 5 minutes, right? All these culprits are making you stop achieving your goals. So you just eliminate them. Consciously that, okay, this is not something I have to do. So if your friend is calling, you do the call, take the call quickly, talk whatever the work and good things are about, and just cut it. You don't spend gossiping on it and stuff. So it's a really good advice. If I'll remember this, I'll try this. Uh, Kimi K3 is great, but it's a 3 trillion model. Frontier models will need to be 10 trillion. Fable is a 10 trillion model. I think Fable 5 is a 6 trillion model, not 10 trillion model. And Kimi K3 is also, is right, is around 2.7 trillion parameters model. And Fable 5 is a 6 trillion model. So almost double, but not like a lot of gap. But if you are getting intelligence with such less parameters, then I don't think the question should be the number of parameters. Like, I don't think that is the point. The point is, what is the better output you're getting? 60% monthly usage on it. Oh, wow, nice. Google needs to drop Gemini 4.0 Pro ASAP. It better be at GPT 6 level. I think it better be at Fable 6 level. GPT-6 is is going to be legendary, no doubt around it, but it needs to be at Fable 6 level. Today, I'm not seeing a single tweet around Fable or GPT 5.6, Soul or whatever. Literally, GPT got released 8 days back, 9 days back, and Fable came back around 17 days back. And now everybody's only talking about Kimi. Only and only talking about Kimi K3. That's how fast AI is moving. That's how fast this space is moving. One day you have this frontier model, the next day there is an announcement that something else is beating it at one or the other parameters, and you should switch to that. I don't think you should ideally do that or fall into trap with this, because that will just going to give you anxiety that you're falling behind, you're not at the latest model, you're not at the best thing available. Instead of that, just focus on what you're doing, give things time, and eventually figure out whether you should actually make the move or not. Kimi K3 launched yesterday, and a lot of people have already thinking about making the move to Kimi K3, maybe from GPT 5.6 or Fable, but that should not be the case. At least wait for a week, see more practical case scenarios, see how it's going to help, in your particular use case, understand it, and then wisely make the choice. Shanu, GitHub and plus use this. Okay, let me quickly check where are we on this. Allow this bash command. It's just what are it doing? It's removing follower polling, deleted follower polling. Why are we? Because something else is doing that job. Instagram API follower polling is retired. Okay, okay. We'll need to check. I think there are a lot of things that it asks to remove as well. We'll check all those things. Let me just put it here so I remember it. There are a lot of features that I think we have removed as well, um, or a lot of files that we have removed as well. Can you tell me each and every feature that we have removed and why we have removed it? And also, is there any possibility that that might disrupt something else, or we actually require those features to make the platform functional completely end to end? Let's see that, because I think it does this, and then eventually you figure out, that it did it by mistake. So it's better to check it while you're coding. That's why I keep an eye on my agents, like what are they doing, what are they removing, what are they adding. So at least if I cannot read each and every line, I still keep an eye, like overview of it, like what's happening. Yes, true. Yeah, Chetan. I think, yeah, that's something that you should do. Today is not going to be like a very long stream. It's going to be a short stream, but I'm still thankful to anyone who is there. But yeah, I think today we'll maybe stream for a couple of hours, I guess, or a little more if we feel like it. Anyways, our code is running, so till the time it runs and we achieve some work. I don't want to work on this today, so I'll just stop the server. I think we'll work on this tomorrow. That will make more sense. We can work on it with a fresh mind. I just wanted to show you guys what we have achieved in like 2 hours with Fable, and while we were building this landing site and everything. We'll actually close this. All right, close this. We don't need this. Uh, what else? Let's see what else is trending. Um, we have, what is it called? I have it open. Yeah, rundown archive. Closes the frontier gap. Yeah, that's the biggest news. This we have already discussed the day before that. That sorry, OpenAI launched its first physical product. It's a gimmick product, but yeah, they have just like it's like a launch of something. So you can appreciate it, you can kind of hate it, but at the end of the day, they are just, I think, beginning with something towards building the ultimate tool that you can use for anything and everything. Yeah. Thinking Machine makes its first model open. Ex-OpenAI Mia Murthy's just introduced Inkling, the startup's first ever model, and OpenWeight's multi-model pitched on its ability to be further trained and customized over raw benchmark. Agentic web designs, yeah, I don't think Inkling is still in the race anywhere near, but eventually now you cannot even say anything because we have seen so much better results with it. Use Manus to write LinkedIn posts. Just hands-on AI. Yeah, Meta bought it, right? Is now a part of Meta, bringing AI to businesses world. So it's like specifically they built it for like enterprises and for marketing, sales, finance, web app. Okay, this might be good to check. They have their, I think, own model, and I think Meta bought it. We'll keep it. I think Manus is something that was bought by Open. You know the tools now. What Vico agent evolves a better version of itself. AI research team Vico said it demonstrated early recursive self improvement with an automated agent. Trending AI tools. Inkling Raft. Stack style workspace pairing teams with persistent local AI agent. Okay, we have another substitute for Slack. A lot of players were already in this category. GPT Live, we are aware. Grok Build, we are also aware. Craft.build. Human and AI agents build together. Oh, I saw this, I think, one of the. Basically, it's like Slack, but your AI agents are also in the chat. So you can literally ask your AI agents what's the update. Your manager can ask whose agent AI agent is working on what. So I think that's what they have built. Cool. What about this? So read this newsletter every single day, guys. It's called the Rundown AI. It kind of gives you, if you don't have a lot of time scrolling X, Instagram, and everywhere, and you just want to stay updated with the biggest of news in AI, you can actually subscribe to this newsletter. And they write it really nicely on every single day or every alternate day, depending on what's ever happening in the space. And yeah, I have subscribed to it. I kind of try to read it as much as possible. So it kind of sums up the whole AI space before they happen. So you see, this kind of thing might be a sponsored, but then again, the rest of the things are not sponsored. AI skill to learn. What is the most important AI skill to learn? Let's read it. It was arguably code. Today, I believe it's what I call AI intuition, knowing when to use AI and when not. Let me explain. When we started the rundown, there were hundreds of AI newsletters, and almost all of them let AI write their content. It made sense, a AI newsletter written by AI. We did the opposite. We hired expert journals and used for AI for research, fact checking, and structure, but never for the human part. Readers still send me messages saying they can feel the difference. That was an intuition call. AI can already 10x my output in some areas, so I push it to the absolute limit. But I still beat it at judgment, jokes, and knowing what matters to this audience. So that's the part I need hand over. I think this is a very great and good take on AI. Like, basically, the biggest and the best skill right now is knowing when to use AI and when not. For example, if we take about this, he's talking about how he do research about all these tools and whatever he's putting in the newsletter using AI to speed it up, to make it better, and all of that. But eventually, do the writing part in the human way, because readers can tell the difference. What I feel, how this is also going to go away, is once AI will become even more better. We are going towards AGI and everything. You can actually train your model on a lot of human data, like this one, like whatever they have maybe written over 1,000 newsletters, right? So they can actually give all these 1,000 newsletters to a uh, AI model, right? Let's say Fable, and then Fable will learn the tone of it. It won't be 100% equally good as like human writing it, but it can achieve 90%. So then you need a human only to improve that 10%, right? Then let's say if you have hired 10 journalists right now, you will drop it down to one or two journalists. So that's how AI is going to transform even this space, even what he's mentioning with time. Plan any trip fast. Okay, build for AI and Slack. Conversational context is the key to unlock AI agents. The OpenWare developer build AI native apps, automate workflows, and deploy them directly where team works. Whether you're building internal tools or enterprise grade AI integration, Slack gives you APIs and all. Yeah, every company is gonna become AI company. Google's AI upgrade delayed over performance. You see this? This is we were talking, guys. At I/O, Google said that expect 3.5 Pro in June, right? Because its training data changed and coding results fell short. Then everybody was expecting it will come in June, but it did not. So we pushed the timelines to July. But again, now in July, I think it was a news from today only that Google is further pushing it. As of now, there are no dates because it still falls short on the benchmark. And if something is falling short of the benchmarks, there is no chance it will be good in real life. Like, it's rarely a chance. So now they are again pushing back their launch. And in fact, it costed them almost $140 billion on the market. That's crazy because now their competition is with GPT 5.6 Soul, Fable, and Kimi K3. They need to beat all these three when they come out. It's not like MetaMuse Spark that whatever you give out that is good. It's not like Grok because they have just started. Google is the biggest of the biggest company. And if they fall short on a model which they're releasing after 6-8 months, and that too is Opus level, then like I don't think people will believe in Google AI anymore, and that will be really really bad for their market. For newsletter, okay. Dcard's new live AI mode that edit video midstream. Machine thing new over here. So yeah, this is pretty much it. That sums up whatever is happening in the AI space, guys. I've given you literally every update. That's how good we are as a team and community. They have captured literally everything. Uh, Conman says Fable is gone. I think if I look from one perspective, maybe you're right. If I look from another perspective, uh, there is still a scope or there is still a possibility it's not gone. In my experience of researching learning for the last 1 day, Kimi K is only better at front end design in certain cases than Fable. Apart from that, be it backend, be it integrations, be it anything else, Fable is still good, right? But Kimi K, the biggest drawback of Kimi K right now is the speed. The speed is really, really slow. And if they don't do anything about it, people are not going to switch to Kimi K. No matter how good the intelligence is, if it is giving you the same response in 3 hours that you can get in 1 hour, or maybe even half an hour, I don't think I will personally. I mean, they switched it to usage limits right now. It disappeared for me in my subscription. Oh, is it? They switched it to usage limits right now. It disappeared for me in my subscription. Okay, let me quickly check. Is it? Is it? Usage. Oh, okay. You are right, buddy. I don't see my Fable limits as well. But it's not gone, right? Can I use it? You was the first stream I found I needed to vent. Oh no, absolutely, man. Thank you so much for being here. It's gone from my limits as well. Let me quickly check if I can still use it. New Fable. I can still use it. Over here it still says included until 19 July, but they have removed the separate limit. Okay, so it's not gone. Can you also check on your Claude account? I think it's not gone. They have only removed the Fable weekly limit. I think they have included the Fable limit in the all model limit itself. So ideally, it's not removed as of now because I can still see it. Over here, I can still select it. Over here, it says until July 19th, but they have removed it from the usage bar. So that means whatever usage we were seeing for Fable, that was a separate weekly usage, is now within the all model usage. And I think that's a great news for us, to be honest. Like, if this is a first sign that maybe they'll extend Fable. Yeah, try Cloud Code. I'm trying. I'm also using Cloud Code extension, and I can use it still. And I think I can use it in the Claude app also. Let me just quickly say hi. Right? Hi. Oh no, 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 no. Something is happening. I'm unable to. You have hit your limit for Claude messages. Please wait before trying again. Is Claude app down? Claude.ai is, yeah, it seems we have a partial outage, man. We have a partial outage everywhere. Cowork, code, everywhere there is a partial outage. So that means it may be a good news, it may be not. Good news in terms Opus 5 might be announced any moment now, or they might be adding Fable 5 in our plans. Like, because they of course cannot take away just Fable 5 like that, before 19th. So if they're not giving it to us on Cloud app, and it seems that there is an outage happening, as you can see, 9 minutes back. Elevated error for Cloud Opus and all of that. I think Fable it does not track or something. So there could be a good news for us. We might see Fable 5 in the subscription, or we might see Opus 5. Let me quickly check my code are still running or not. My 4 automations are built, tested. Here's what this done and verified. My prompt is damn. My prompt is gone. Have we completed everything that we needed to do with Opus, or anything else is left? I'm using Opus on this. I'll check for Fable also. Don't worry. But definitely it is removed from here. So you're right. They have removed Fable from here. Let me quickly try to use it here also. Now I'll be sad. I haven't utilized my Fable completely. Let's use Fable here. Usage credits are required for this model. All right. This is the biggest news ever. Anthropic removed Fable 5 from subscription out of nowhere without any announcements, without anything. They just removed it like that. And when you try to put a prompt with Fable, it says usage credits are required for this model. That only means two things. One, there is a glitch. Second, Opus 5 is coming. Because they can only take away Fable if they can give us Opus. But that's a crazy bad news for a lot of us who were expecting it, including Conman for you, that you were coding and suddenly Fable was taken away from you. As you can see, usage credits are required for this model. We cannot use Fable anymore. So let's wait for uh, Anthropic's announcement. Let me check if anything is here yet. Anthropic. June 15th. Nothing so far. Let's check Claude announcement as well. Nothing. The last announcement was this only, that we are extended it 50% through 19 July. And I think in India right now it's 18 July. Like it was 17 July literally 2 minutes back. So in US it must be still 17 July. So they pulled it back 2 days before they were supposed to. I think this is one of the biggest scam in AI history so far. Pulling back Fable 5 without any announcement from the subscription plans and keeping it only and only on credits. If you'll try to prompt on Fable right now, you will get usage credits are required for this model. This is genuinely bad. And just imagine how bad it is for Anthropic themselves. You have 5.6 GPT, Soul. You have Kimi K3 just launched. And what you are doing is you're pulling back instead of pushing out. I think that's crazy. That's scandalous. Like, how will they sustain? Opus is shit now. I am using Opus out of misery because I'll not be buying like $400 worth of subscriptions. I already have a $200 max plan. That's why I have to use Opus and Fable. And now you're asking me I will not have Fable and I am paying $200 for Opus Intelligence. That's a scam. I think I'll replace it so quickly. My plan ends on 21st June. I'll just cancel my subscription. They need the compute for the Iran war, I guess. Ah, I don't know, man. I don't know what they need this compute for, but this is genuinely a pure scam. Let me quickly put it. I want to put this tweet. We are on Fable 5, right? What is this? Out of nowhere, Anthropic pulled. Out of nowhere, without any announcement, um, Anthropic pulled back Fable 5 from subscription. What a L move. Bad. uh, Wow, this is such a L move, man. This is such a L move. To put this on, like, it's crazy. It's such a L move. Like I'm genuinely pissed at Anthropic right now. Not only they had like such a limited compute available on Fable, and now without any announcement they just took it back. Wow, I wish I was like, I consumed all my limit. I was just at like 48% of my weekly limit for Fable. I wish I just used it all. This is so bad. Okay, keep a track on what is working in the background, and make sure to update me once that is done, because I want to make sure all the 450 plus issues that we had are end to end closed. Uh, Genuinely bad. I'm still seeing Fable tweets of 4 hours back. Fable. Okay, elevated errors across Fable 5. We are currently investigating this issue. All right. So we have a bit of an update. They are currently investigating. On man, if you're here, they're currently investigating this issue. Um, I hope they resolve it ASAP. Okay, apparently there is some issue and they are trying to resolve it. But this genuinely, I think they are going to come out with an announcement probably. I don't think it's just a basic issue that they're trying to resolve. I think they're going to come out with some sort of maybe Opus 5 or Fable 5 within the plan. I think that's what they're going to do. Fable 5 was just removed from cloud subscription 2 day early. It's over. Usage credits are required for this model. Yeah, we are extended. Yeah. Looks like Fable 5 is already gone. Really hoping it's a bug. Just disappeared all of suddenly. Cloud code says usage credit are required for this model. Also, Fable 5 bar just disappeared. Yes. If it's a bug, we'll properly get a limit reset too. Might be good news. Yes. I think it's either case, it's a good news. The only thing is they should just give it back to us or fix this mistake as soon as possible. Anthropic is not very good or generous with their usage resets and limits. They only did it in the last 2 weeks when Kimi K3 was announced, and before that, GPT 5.6 was announced. So they are not very generous. They might just say, guys, it was just a glitch and nobody will get a limit reset. But I hope either we get a limit reset or we get Fable permanently in the subscription or we get Opus 5. Either of these three things, if we getting out of this, I will be personally happy, and I think a lot of us will be. All right. Yeah, it seems so. It's a glitch. Everybody's gonna tweet, I think, about this out of nowhere. Yeah. Looks like Anthropic decided today's Sunday. Fable access seems cut for more people. Fable 5 just got pulled from Claude Sub's classic Anthropic. Yeah, I think people are going to be pissed about it. It's like there was this only happiness that Anthropic had, and now it's taking that away from us. But regardless, I think the work should go on. Confirmed has exactly 394 tagged items for verification sweep. This. Okay, this is working. Apart from these 394, we also had distributed these items previously to what Fable can do or what Opus will do. So you need to pick that up. I think it's in the other session, and you can pick it up from there and finish the rest of them as well to make it like above 450. I think there were about 80 such items. Okay, we'll check it later. I think it's still running, so let it run. Then we'll check it. It's 18th July and Fable is already removed. Yes, from Cloud Max subscription. Was it supposed to be till 19th July? I think, yeah, guys, we need to wait for some news coming out. I think we'll have some news very soon from Anthropic itself. Sorry. Um, yeah, we should seeing something. People are freaking out right now because it appears Fable has been pulled from subscriptions, but Anthropic indicated it's an error and is investigating. But we checked, right? Claude down. What is the Claude status? Oh, yes. We are aware of an issue preventing users from selecting Claude Fable 5 within Claude.ai, Claude Code, and other surfaces. And we are working to resolve this. Okay, they did not mention Claude Cowork. Let's quickly check if it is still working in Claude Cowork. Maybe, you never know. Hi. Nope. It's not working in Claude Cowork as well. So I guess everywhere it's not working. Usage credits are required for this model. You can restart the conversation from earlier message. Okay, got it. So yeah, it's right. Fable 5 access is revoked right now from everywhere, and Anthropic says it's an error on their part, and they are investigating this issue, and they're going to. Fable 5 is gone. Yes, same problem. Yeah, man. I think Fable 5 is gone for now. But as you can see on the actual website, that they are aware of this issue and they are basically resolving this. So we'll get an outcome. Maybe we'll get another usage reset as well. So that will be great for us. But as of now, we cannot use Fable 5. So whoever is on Cloud subscription, let's get back to Opus 4.8 for now. All right. Just remove. Yeah, yeah. Everybody, including me, is farming, but yeah, that's what it does. So loop closed end to end, all three parts wired. Okay, cool. So this is also built, guys. So this is good for us. Let's finish this and then we can just check for the rest of the issues as well that we were. So yeah, guys, I think let's switch back to Opus for a few moments. Unless you have GPT 5.6 subscription or Kimi K3 subscription, we can start working on basically Opus 4.8. That's what I'm doing for now, using the max reasoning, and hopefully our Fable access get restored very, very soon. The best part is I can still switch to Fable, yes, but I cannot use it. So that's even a weird part. Like I can see Fable, I can switch to it, but I cannot use it. Conman asks, "What are you working on?" Okay, all right. So I'll show you. There are few things that I've been working on. Let me give you a tour of all those things. So this is the first website that we built actually yesterday. This is for my own content marketing agency that I've been running for the last 7 years. So this is the first thing that we worked upon. This is completely built with Fable. All the content, the motions, the graphics, everything that you see over here was done with Fable 5 that I did yesterday that you can see over here. So it's a very clean design and everything I have made with this. So this is the first thing that I was working on yesterday. Next thing that I am currently working on and currently what we are building is this website. So this is a AI, basically AI based Instagram management platform where you can manage everything on your Instagram at one place, including your content, your collaborations, invoicing, auto DMs, your team management, your competitor research, content research, everything. And this can be used by brands, this can be used by influencers, creators, and this can also be used by freelancers and agencies. Like for example, if I have an agency and I manage 15 creators, so I can actually use this platform to manage all of them at one place. So I don't need to switch between multiple Excel sheets, multiple tools, and all of that. So this is the product that we are building. It's already live. I built it with Gemini 3.1 Pro and Opus 4.5, but now I am just improving it end to end, as you can see. So this whole UI was improved with Fable. Previously, I don't know if I can show you the previous website. I'll try. Give me a second. But now this is completely live with Fable. Now what I'm doing is, after I did the landing site with Fable, now I'm working on the actual tool itself. So the actual tool is functional completely end to end, but of course the UI is not so clean. I'm not liking it. There are few entanglements within the features. So we are working on improving all of them. We are making them more secure, we are making them better, we are putting in better UI UX experience for the whole users. So this is currently we are working on. So these are the two things that I did recently. Apart from this, there is one more product that we have built. This I did offline last month. Like it took me 3-4 months to build this, which is called PulseHQ.tech. Again, this product is live. We have some design partners as well for this tool. It's called it is your company brain. So, for example, if you are in an organization or you have your own company and your company uses multiple tools, right from AI tools to Slack, GitHub, Notion, Linear, Jira. It brings all those tools, all the people, all your AI tools at one place, and then you can query them, right? You can query them to check who is working on what's happening in your organization, who built what feature, um, what you need to speak in the next meeting, what your commitments are, what your decisions are. You can get your new onboarding person up to date, make them as smart as your senior employees, everything around AI. You can quickly generate reports. So whatever your company has ever done or will do, your whole company ideas, brains, documents lies in one place. And if you'd like, I have made a video that I can play for you. If you'd like, just let me know in the chat. This will explain you exactly what it is about. And one more thing, this whole video was also created using AI end to end. It took me around 6 hours to kind of polish it properly, but this was end to end made with. So if you'd like, just let me know. I'll play it for you. Otherwise, I don't think it will make sense. All right. Do we have any update? Nope. There is still some outage happening. Let's wait for that. Meanwhile, let's look at this. A separate QA infra deferred part of this. Okay, cool. 3 pre-existing marketing bugs. I can close this. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Let's close these 3 pre-existing marketplace bugs and then we'll see what to do. All right. So we're closing this. Uh, Cool, man. I really like the Instagram management tool. The first website was really good looking, and the other two was impressive. Good work, man. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. Uh, I'm glad you liked it. You can check them out. Most of the things that I'm building are already live, so it's not like I'm building for hobby. We have some users as well. My own agency has been running for the last 7 years. Synclify, which is the Instagram management tool. We have about 22 users, paying users on the tool. And this Pulse HQ.tech, we have design partners because we have recently started and it's more like an enterprise level tool. So yeah, I'm trying to build multiple projects at once. I'm marketing as well them parallelly because I've been loving and been on this kick of development and building with AI. And I think with the speed that I have, I can actually build multiple tool at once. So the idea is to keep building, build my portfolio, plus build something useful for the people, the users, and eventually one of these tools will pick up and we can go bonkers. One more thing I would love to show you if you have 2 minutes is I have actually open sourced two skills, and both are like, I wouldn't say like too good, but one has 77 stars and the other one has about 20 stars. So this one skill is called Frontier, where basically across different things that you do, basically design, code, product, and everything, your ChatGPT, your Opus, your Gemini, your Sonnet will produce output which will be close to Fable 5. So this is the skill that I've open sourced. You can check it out. I have explained the whole process, how it works, and make sure that you achieve 80% of output what you'll achieve with Fable just with Opus itself. Right. So that's what I have built. This is one skill. It already has 77 GitHub stars. And the other skill is called Production Audit. That skill is about before you basically launch your code into production, all you can do is run this skill, and this skill will look from 24 different lenses, including the attack, the dead code, the mentions, the content and copy, LLM quality, prompt qualities, abuse limits, all these things. Like there are 24 different lenses through which it will go and check your code and then fix them as well. So it runs on the mechanism of loop engineering basically. So it will constantly keep running until it fixes all the possible bugs. And I literally fixed almost 1200 plus bugs on my own tool, right? Because we all know when you're coding with AI and when you're building big tools, there are these things that kind of are broken or sometimes not so secure and all of these. So that's the reason I built this. So yeah, if you'd like, you can check both of these out. These are all open source. This also has 17 stars, and the other one has like 77 stars. All right, we have applied a fix to resolve the erroneous requirement usage and are monitoring to ensure no further issues. You may need to relaunch Claude AI or Claude Code to restore access as expected. All right, so we have our Fable back. Let's quickly check it. Let's first check it on the website itself because there we don't need to update anything. Hi. Yes, we have Fable back, guys. Usage, and we have our usage bar back as well. Fable is back. Right. Fable is back. Conman, Fable is back. All right. Built with Claude Life Sciences. Okay, they had time to tweet this and not about this big outage. Nice. So Fable is back, guys. If anybody here was building on Fable, they can of course start building on it again because it is actually back. All right, so we have Fable back. So why not test it out on Cloud Code? But unfortunately, we don't have a reset usage or Fable in the subscription or anything else as well. Everything is still stays the same. It was just a glitch, as I mentioned. So unfortunately, we are not getting Fable 5 in the subscriptions or a usage reset. That's unfortunate. Let's hope something gets announced about reset usage, but I don't think because it was such a small time for which it was gone. So I don't think they'll focus much on it, right? I think. Yeah. So yeah, Convent, good news for us. Ban Fable is back. We'll test it out after this prompt gets done with its work because I think the next prompt, anyways, I wanted to run on Fable. No, I have to run it on Opus, but then post that we have a prompt to run on Fable. So I'm happy. I can continue with my development for another hour or so before I go to sleep. But Fable is back. Yep. Lord for open. Yeah, nice. Um, do we have any announcement on any sort of resets and stuff? 23 hours. Nope. No announcement on a reset, and I don't think they're going to reset. So that's a L. But any which ways, at least we have our Fable back, and it's not going for another 2 days. So I'm now happy about that. I still have 52% left to use. Yeah, I have 52% of Fable more. I usually use it on medium reasoning, so it does the work to an extent. Like I would not say the qualities at par with extra high or max or even high, but I think it's still better than Opus 4.8. So I use Fable 5 on medium reasoning. Finally, I can see something around ChatGPT, something which is not about Kimi, but Kimi is here. Do you like Claude? I tolerate Claude. It is the one overachiever who follows every rule, color codes their notes, and raise their hand before the question is even finished. Super smart, super responsive, a little annoying, but locate makes me look good. So I can't hit it. Frenemy. That's funny. So someone asked Kimi K3 that whether they like Claude or not, and it says, I tolerate Claude. It is like the overachieving kid who follows every rule, make their notes super properly with highlighters and everything, and basically be the teacher's pet and be the first one to raise hand when any question is asked. So yeah, that's a fun banter between AI models. Today we launch ChatGPT. Try talking with AI. This is the tweet of the generation, right? It really was the tweet of the century. Or if not the century, let's say decade. I think century will be an overstatement. It really was a tweet of the day. Today we launch ChatGPT, try talking with. Just imagine, man, in 4 years, how far we have come. From LLM level intelligence to agentic AI, now to agentic orchestration in 4 years. And I think AGI is just another 1 year far. Crazy. But poem about Elon and Twitter. Me and Fable 5 this weekend. This was so true, man. And in fact, this happened yesterday. If you'll check out yesterday's stream, this was my exact feeling. I was using Fable 5 like anything because I got this reset and I again had a weekly reset today. So I was like, I have 24 hours to max out my Fable usage. And this is exactly how I was feeling.
King, 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 kong, king, kong. Grosse caisse, caisse pierre. 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 Parfait. Recording. Tu vois, il y a un truc un peu.
Yeah. Yeah. Such a classic, man. Such a classic. Such a OG audio. Like, and of course, the video, the meme. Crazy good. It's hilarious. The Opus 4.8 is now a old, crappy model. The singularity takes some getting used. So, one more thing I've been noticing that people really complain a lot about Opus 4.8 being super crappy. Like, like how they have nerfed it after Fable launch and all of that and stuff. I personally don't feel it to a huge extent. I still feel Opus 4.8 does good enough job if you're using it, of course, on max reasoning. That's given for sure. But as well, like, if you tell exactly what to do and you re-verify it. So if you're telling it what to do and re-verifying it, I think Opus 4.8 is still good. If you just try to one-shot things with it, then of course it's crappy. I think it has always been crappy. Fable was the only model to one-shot thing. All right. So yeah, let's run this because yeah, that is closed. Cool. We'll run. We are just spoiled. I think Opus was still a step up when it launched. Absolutely, yeah. Like I think because the transformation in this space is so quick and everything is changing so fast. That's the reason we are actually spoiled, and we cannot even imagine just one, getting one crappy output. If I'm getting one crappy output, I'm just directly blaming the model, not even thinking about my prompt or context or anything. I'm just like the model is bad, right? I think we are genuinely very spoiled around models. Opus, I think, was, is, and still will be going to be one of the best models that was ever launched to transform the AI space, especially from coding and building perspective. Sonnet was good enough, and I think it's still good for writing tasks, but Opus was the leap forward towards development when it got launched. And with Opus 4, I think it was crazy good at that time. And now people are just complaining because we got a taste of Fable 5, we got a taste of GPT 5.6 Soul. Now Opus 4.8 is, crappy for us, which I don't think is actually the case. It's just that we are now getting used to better and better intelligence. So now when Fable will be gone in 2 days, we'll again probably stuck with Opus 4.8 for time being till you can either afford another frontier model or you switch, or you basically wait for your subs- subscription to end. Very. I was amazed when GLM 5.2 came and it could do some GPT 5.5 stuff. Now I just use for the dumbest. Absolutely, right? Like I think, and that too is not so far, right? GLM 5.2 came, I think, a month or so back. If I'm not wrong, it came out on 16th June to be exact, right? And when we used it, it was actually somewhere at the level of Opus 4.6 and GPT 5.4 or 5 to an extent. And now it's a model that we don't even talk about. Now we don't use it, no matter how cheap it was or anything. Because now if I'll give it a prompt and I'll see a output from 5.2 GLM, I'll be like, this is shit. Why is anybody using this? Why am I using this? So we are actually all spoiled. Even for the dumbest work, like unless I'm just asking it to do a basic search, I will not even use it for anything. That's how dumb it made us feel. Okay, some good news, man. Anthropic now projected to announce permanent paid plan, access for Claude Fable 5. Oh, announce permanent paid plan. So there could be a tier of their plans which will be above this $200 plan. Damn, how expensive is it going to get? And what about the usage? Whether they'll give us good usage or it will still be the 50% rule of the weekly usage and stuff that all the crap that they have. If they're giving almost 200 or 300% of Fable usage, what we have currently, then it will make sense to maybe charge another $50 or so. Otherwise, add it in $200 plan and give me the 100% usage at least and not this 50. Weird wording, very vague. Yeah, it's absolutely vague, but like a ray of hope again for us as developers, right? Like because that is the case. I'm saying like two things are going to happen in within the next 1 week. Either Fable 5 is going to get announced within the subscription plan with 100% usage, right, which is currently at 50%, or Opus 5 is going to get released and Fable will be removed from the subscription plan. But Opus 5 needs to be at a level of at least Kimi K3 and GPT Soul 5.6 or slightly better than. If that is not the case, Anthropic cannot afford to keep Fable 5 out of the subscription plan. They'll have to keep it within 2 days early. No, man, it's back. Is Cloud Code down to Fable or not to Fable? That's the question. Anthropic is probably stressing over. Exactly. I think we all are as a developers are stressing out whether they're going to keep Fable in the plan. What's going to happen? I'm guessing right now in Anthropic's office there must be a hell lot more of stress, right? Instead of being proud of a model that they have built and which is unmatched so far, even after 2 months of release and everything, now they must be sweating, thinking that two of the models by two different companies, one of them being a Chinese open source model, is literally at the doorstep of the intelligence that Fable. So they must be sweating crazy bad. And here we are being worried whether on 19th of July our access will go away or not. Will Gemini wake up and catch up, or is it already too late? Like, checking, found out scope, 82 security items. Yes, this is exactly I was talking. I need to fix these 82 security items. So now I'm going to use Opus because Fable is not going to let me use, it's going to flag, of course. So we are using Opus to fix those security. It did actually yesterday. If I'll show you guys, it did flag me multiple times. Uh, so that's why I switched to Opus. It was flagged because everything, and then I made a prompt basically to kind of start a new session and start the development with Opus. X. Will Gemini wake up and catch up, or is it already too late? Yeah. Another company who are literally uh, almost $140 billion losses in a day. Like, if we are unaware, Google lost $140 billion in the market share today because they pushed Gemini 3.5 Pro launch even ahead because they couldn't justify the benchmarks. They couldn't make a model even after 6 months of waiting, which will match the intelligence of Fable, which I think is really crappy on Google's part. I don't know what's stopping them. It is literally the biggest tech company in the world. It has the best of the brains, and they have the best of the compute powers. They have all the servers, and still they are unable to produce a model. That's crazy to think about and genuinely bad for them. The Odyssey debuts at 97% audience score. Where are you from, man? Conman, if you don't mind me asking, where are you from? Sorry. Where is Fable? Back. Is anyone still using VS Code? Imagine I'm still using anti gravity. Can you imagine that? Because I'm just used to it with my workflows and everything. So yeah, I'm still using anti-gravity, but I'm using IDE anti-gravity, not the new ADE that they have created. Because I still like the whole how I can use Claude Code extension uh, with anti-gravity because it really gives me a visual of everything that's working, and I like to keep it. Like, I know a lot of people just like to code on terminal, like Claude Code terminal and stuff, but I don't. I personally like to read stuff, save stuff, and all of that. So that's why I try to code on this because now I can actually check everything what it's working on. If something I need to flag, something I need to rework on, I can do that. That's why I love anti-gravity with Cloud Code extension. Denmark, nice man, nice. Last year I did a Europe trip and I so wanted to come to Denmark, but I did not. Um, this year I couldn't go on that trip. Like, I was planning again to cover all the Nordic countries, but yeah, the idea is to do another one very very soon. I just started working with AI 2 years ago. I work at a school, so I'm trying to build a lot of planning tools for teachers, people who work with younger. Nice. 2 years is a good time, man. Good time. I think you are in this. If you are up to date with everything that's happening, that's a great thing in itself. And you work at a school and you're planning to build a lot of tools for teachers. I think I heard recently someone launched something for teachers specifically for like a AI tool which will help them grade students faster. There was this tool, I don't remember the name, a product that somebody launched. I think you can look into it. Maybe that will help you give some direction. Is there anything already built that I can see, or it's still in the process? But I think good work, man. You are in your domain, what you're doing, and then you're trying to make your work and your life of the people around you better through AI. And I think that's the best thing. Once you make a solution for your own school, your own teachers, and your all the kids that you probably have at your school, you can actually go ahead, expand it to multiple schools and education system. And I think that is still a very untouched space. People are too much focused on enterprises and healthcare with AI. I don't think a lot of people have touched education with AI. So I think you're in the right direction. If you have a good idea, if you have a good plan around it, I think you can make something great, which you can eventually make money as well and actually make an impact on the society, not just about money. Another GitHub. This life before this tweet. Yeah, for me, definitely that was the case. Life before this tweet was something like this. You know how we used to just enjoy and relax and chill. And I think there are few people who pointed out on this tweet that it was the shittiest product that was ever launched. And nobody will use ChatGPT in a span of 1 year. And I think, and they couldn't be more wrong, right? Like, I think that was their biggest mistake to kind of tweet that. AI is horrible at marketing apps. Yes, because that's still a very much human task. If AI will become good at marketing, especially with voice agents, sales agent, and support agents, you will see a huge number of jobs going out of the organization. Because right now, sales is still one part which is so much based on human touch, so much based on trust. And if that is something AI will become better at, and eventually it will, the amount of jobs that it will take away will be crazy. We are already seeing that in terms of development and software engineering and stuff. In marketing, it is still saving a lot of jobs because people want a human to sell them some, right? They want a human to build a distributor instead of like a AI agent. But eventually these agents will become so smart that we don't need people for it. And in fact, what my prediction is going to happen is, let's say there is XYZ brand who is having their AI agents, right? They have their voice agents, support agents, sales agent, all of that. And me as a person will have my own AI agent, right? And what I'll do is I'll just tell my AI agent, hey, find me the best pizza place for tonight, right? This is my budget is and whatever. Now my AI agent will talk to, let's say, 5 different brand AI agents. No human intervention there, no human intervention here. My AI agent is talking to different AI agents. Talk to them, maybe ask them for their feedback, maybe ask them for their reviews and stuff, and then make a decision based on whoever conversation was most appealing and the best sounding, right? Which it thinks is perfect fit for my problem. And then it will come back and give me the response. So you see, there will be multiple AI agents involved, one from my end and one from each brand's end, and they are just talking to each other to find me a solution. And once that starts to happen, you don't need to do sales manually, right? Like that company just did it sale itself. So I think that is the future of sales where we are heading. It's just right now people don't have their own AI agents, but eventually each person will have their AI agent, which will represent them, which know everything about them, and that will talk to brand AI agent. I think that's a wonderful plan that even I just thought of. And if somebody is building or wants to build on this, I think that's crazy. I would love to discuss about, because I think this is the future. I don't know if there are any existing solutions who are already doing it, but each brand will have a AI agent and each individual will have a AI agent, and they are just going to talk to each. Uh, Build a self-improving agent system. Trigger, gather, act, verify, remember, improve. Okay. Saifuddin in the chat is asking, what are you building? So we were just discussing, I'll show it to you again. We have built and we are building a few tools that I'll show you. The first is this website that we built yesterday. It's for my own marketing agency. If you'll go to wizardingmedia.com, it's right now deployed. This is the first website that I've built. It's a static website, more or less. It's just have a strategy call booking feature, but more or less it looks simple. And as you can see, it's very clean. The design is amazing, and I'm personally loving it. Like how I've built it. It's very clean and simple for anybody to understand. Apart from this, I'm also working on two SaaS products. One is called Synclify.ai. It's an Instagram management tool where basically you can manage your whole Instagram right from content to collaborations to invoicing to team management to content management to competitor analysis, DM automation, everything. Whatever you can possibly think happen on Instagram will can happen here. It is for brands, for creators, for freelancer, for B2B companies, anyone, right? And this is another product that we have built. This is how the landing site looks. We initially built it with Gemini and Opus. Now we have improved it a lot with Fable, right? So this is how the current website looks. And now what we are working on is improving the UI UX and the features and everything inside the tool, which is this particular thing you see over here. I am working on improving the whole UI UX of this tool. So this is currently I'm working on. Apart from this, we have also built this tool, which is a company brain. You can check it out at pulsehq.tech. If you'll quickly go there and just right there, it's a demo video which we created completely with AI. So you can just go there and check it out and let me know what you think. It will explain you the complete tool in like 2 minutes, and I think you'll love it. Uh, will you eventually expand to the other platforms like X? You mean Synclify? No, I don't have any plans to expand Synclify to other platforms. Um, there are few reasons to this. One, there is a lot of difference between how a creator or a brand creates content on X and on Instagram. They are very, very different. Because of that reason, the strategies, the options, the features that I have provided, especially in analytics and everything, are not applicable to X. And on X, I cannot even go this deep. On Instagram, I can actually go this deep when you have connected basically, your uh, Instagram account to it. So that's why I want to keep it specific to Instagram. If this works out well and if I see a demand for X, then maybe I'll try to build a separate tool itself for it, but not right now because I feel Instagram is the problem that I'm trying to solve. There is no streamline in the content for Instagram. The teams are not synchronized. The brands are not properly using Instagram. So this is the reason why I use built it. It's called Synclify, basically sync plus simplify, right? That was the whole point, that you sync everything that's happening with your team, with your clients and everything, and also simplify it. So the focus will stay on Instagram for now, but you never say never, as I say. Maybe eventually one day we will build it for other platforms, but not anytime soon. I can see it. If I like the idea for X, I can find something valuable. Maybe I'll build a whole new platform. All right. Where are we on this? 10 already fixed, 1 dropped, 12 partial, 59 open. Okay, cool. So there are still 59 more issues that we are solving. We have to wait for it, of course, to get completed, and then we will go ahead. We are currently using Opus, guys. Our Fable usage is at 48% stuck. So that's one thing. And I think our weekly usage already is at 32%, and that too within like 24 hours. So I've been doing a lot of vibe coding today. I'm on $200 plan, and I'm already at 32% of my weekly usage. It resets in 6 days. So you can imagine I just used it up in one single day. So I'll be very sad if I don't get a reset the whole week. That's cool. I like your strategy to keep it focused. I'm working on a tool that's trying to be a mashup of company brain and a social media division. That's why I asked. Okay. I think that's a great idea. I don't think there are a lot of players or a lot of competition who are doing this. I thought of it too when I built Pulse, because Pulse is all about company brain, right? And I thought, why not integrate it with social media? The reason I did not do it is social media is a ever changing, ever evolving space, right? I can literally add a connector for social media and I'll have that information in Pulse, right? If I'll add a connector for Instagram, I'll have Instagram information in Pulse because I'm using all these, I've built all these connectors with all these tools that you see over here. The reason I did not pursue is simply this, because there is, first of all, too much data from social media that comes in, which was not my focus with Pulse, because it's more like helping B2B businesses understand their company better. And secondly, the space is evolving so much every single day that my learnings from 1 month back is no more relevant to me today, right? Like whatever trends I hopped on to, whatever went viral a month back is probably no more relevant today. So I cannot use that data to do anything useful. And that is the reason why I dropped combining social media with company brain. But if you can think of a use case, and you probably would have if you are thinking about it, and figured out something which can actually, solve a real problem, then I think that's a great idea. And I don't think you will have a lot of competition right now in that domain. Everybody's still complaining about this. My tweet must also be floating around. The word should be open frontier challenger model. Just visited Pulse HQ. It's great, but was wondering if we'll be sharing all the company data to AI. Won't the private data or confidential data be also shared? How will you solve the privacy? Very fair point, and I also thought of it the same way. So first thing, no training will happen on any company data. That is a policy that is there, and every AI company is in compliance with it. So you don't have to worry about training on your data. That's out of the picture. The only way that your data is going to these AI companies, be it Anthropic, OpenAI, or anywhere, right, is for inference, right? For example, somebody is asking something, and that inference will shoot up to the model, and it will basically extract that information to you based on the embeddings we have done using any model, right? I don't think that as of now is solvable, because there are not many companies who have internal models deployed. So regardless of it, they'll have to rely on it. And more or less what I'm seeing, since companies are already using Anthropic or OpenAI or whatnot, they can choose that within our product, and they can actually use or trust whatever they are already doing. So that is the only safe case right now. Apart from that, I cannot really stop the data to go from their company to these AI models. I can only stop training, which of course we'll do. So yeah, that is the case. If companies are okay with it, of course they will sign up. If they are not, then of course they won't. Um, One plus point about here is that because we are only sharing the data for inference, we are not doing it for any sort of modification and stuff. Companies will still trust us. Why companies don't trust AI, apart from privacy, is they think that it will destroy their code bases, it will introduce a lot of issues, introduce a lot of bugs. That's the fear that is around, right, within the companies. And that is the plus side of Pulse. Like, it's not modifying anything for you unless you specifically ask it. It is just there to provide you the right context, right? Like, for example, you're coding in your Claude code, and you want to take a context for something, a feature that developed was 6 months ago or 1 year ago. You can just quickly ask then and there with Pulse integration, and it will give you that context. So that is how I think, if people want to kind of use it and are okay with privacy, basic privacy concerns, companies will use it. And I think there are very few companies who will be so opposed to using this AI at this level. Right. Yeah, done. Complete across all 82, and open general now being fixed. Yeah, 59 we are fixing. I'm guessing it will use up another. Let me put it on extra high. I think I'm just, yeah, let's put on extra high. I think it will consume another 4-5%. We do a lot of computer work daily with AI models. Would love to onboard you on Google Meet to something new. Who's this guy? New thing previously researched at OpenAI and Midjourney. Nice. If you do a lot of computer work daily with AI models, Love to onboard you on a Google Meet to something new. DM me and tell me what you're using AI for or what you would want to use AI. But that doesn't work. Cool. Let me do one thing. Let me actually DM this guy, guys. Why not build a community? Why not reach out to you? And I'll do it using AI. Okay. So we take his tweet. What we'll do is we'll go to Claude. It knows most of the things about me. Why is it saying usage limit reached? I'm on max plan. You see everything. Let me put it on, yeah, Opus extra high. Based on everything you know about me and every work we have been doing across different chats on Claude.ai or Cowork or Claude Code, can you tell me the perfect DM to send for this? Cool, done. That's how we do. And in the meanwhile, let's do one more thing, guys, which we have not done today so far. We need to post our shorts. So if you are unaware, this is how we create our YouTube shorts. This is a whole process that we have built from our live streams. And I simply just need to download this short and actually post it across my social media, be it on YouTube, Instagram, and X. So I'll just download this. I have all the information already ready with me, be it X copy and stuff. So I can just quickly post it. All of this is done by AI except the editing part. That is still manual. My editor does it. But all this sheet that you see, all the extraction of data, finding out what the timestamps are, what the hook will be, caption will be, everything I'm doing using AI. So this is a pipeline, a workflow that I've built to make sure that I'm churning out content faster than I can manually do it. And that's how you use AI basically for everyday tasks that you have to do, right? I guess Kimi K3 kind of came out of nowhere, guys. So this is good. I need to copy the Instagram caption. Yeah. All right. So we have this. And we will share this. Go live on Instagram. Let's take it live on X as well. Information for X. Right. And also let's post it on YouTube Shorts. So if you'd like to see what I'm talking about, this is about Kimi K beating Fable 5 on design benchmark. And that is actually true. It's not a gimmick. That is actually true. It dethroned Fable 5 on a lot of benchmarks in design and UI UX. So that was a crazy news from yesterday, in case you guys don't know. Have the description and we will have our title. Right? Yes. Done. Add in playlist. You see, it gets very easy, guys. Like that's all I'm trying to say. This whole workflow that I've set up, I can just quickly do things which I wanted to. Otherwise, it will take me a lot of time. Now I can just quick. This is live, and this is live. So all the work already done so quickly. I didn't need to do it much. I'll probably, yeah, and I just mark it green so I know that I've posted. And this is another reel that we have, but yeah, we can post it tomorrow. That's fine. So, anyways, this is how basically I have built my content pipeline just to show you guys how you might be seeing a lot of shots on my Instagram. Do follow these channels, guys. I am, you can find all the links in the description, be it our Discord, be it our X account, Instagram account. Definitely follow me there. You will, if you don't get time to, be on the stream, you can get so much information from there and a lot more. So yeah, if you'd like, please do share. I'm hoping Kimi K3 will drop as a cloud model on Olama so I can use it. I think it's already live on Open Code if you'd like to use and Open Router as well. Plus you can use on the extension. If you'll see over here on VS Code as well, and everywhere you get this Kimi code extension. So you can use it on these three places right now, the Kimi K3 model. And I think, yeah, you'll feel a similar experience that too of Cloud Code, not 100%, but to an extent. So if you want to use it, I think these are the three ways in which you can use. Open code is live, and Kimi code itself as an extension is live. So yeah, I think that's where you can go. Space Gen, hey, what's up? Anything got better in your country? Oh yeah, man, I remember you asked me that question yesterday. Um, I have not followed a lot, but to an extent which I'm aware of, I think the scenario is pretty same. He's still on the strike. It's not ended yet. There is a lot of support that is there for that person, and of course, he's doing whatever he's doing for the good work. So eventually, I think things should come around. As of now, yeah, like I think the things are pretty same. I won't call it stable because every day it's difficult, but it's still the same. So my honest guess is in another 2 to 3 days, we'll have some good progress or some progress for that matter on that topic. And please do remind me about it, and I'll definitely let you know on that too. Yeah. Okay, so this is running, guys. I know you must be thinking I am keep constantly locking, not developing enough, but the development is on auto mode. What can I do? Everything is constantly running in the background. We are literally resolving 82 bugs, out of which I think now 40 are left. So let's see how soon we fix it. So we can then start working on. I know there are a lot of vibe coders out there who focus a lot on doing multiple things at once. And nothing against it. Like if they're good at it, they can. They don't kind of see what's happening exactly. I genuinely appreciate a lot of people around that, and I follow them as well in the community. But I am not one of those people. I like to see what my AI is doing, and parallelly, I keep doing my research, keep doing learning, because I think that keeps me up to date with what I am doing and what I need to do. Yeah, man, government should listen to him. Yeah, I think it's close enough, and I think that uh, government will take some action around it. At least they will get on a table with him, and I think that's what the first ask is about. So let's see, let's see. Everybody is just wants to hope for the best, especially for the person, and if he's doing in the right, uh, you know, with the right intentions, I think he will succeed. One more thing, if you'll see, guys, everywhere when I code, you'll see it went away. There was something, if you'll see over here, it was written no M dashes. And that's something that I have given in my Claude memory, that it does not use a lot of AI slop. Be it M dashes, technical terms, box design, color palette, all these terminologies and all these things I have already built in inside my Claude memory. So no matter which product I am building, what project I am on, it follows it, especially in Claude Code, even with any model that I'm working. So I think you should also do this. If you have not done it yet, build your Claude memory how you like to work. Give it instructions, feed it instructions, and eventually it will start to follow it in whatever you are doing. Right. So you can reduce AI slop. You can also make it more personalized, and of course, make it. I searched about the man. He had done, yes, yes, buddy. He has done a lot of work, as I mentioned, especially in the northern part of the country. He actually has done a lot of work, good work, in fact, and that's why he's so influential, right? If he's not some random person, he is actually influential. So yeah, eventually, I think people, government, everybody will listen to him. There is a lot of support already in his favor, and yeah, I think things will get better only from here. That's all we can hope for. Okay, yeah, do we have that? Okay, we have that. This question, I'm in Cloud Code and co-work most of the day, building Pulse. Yeah, glad to jump on a meet. What days work for you? Okay, cool. I think this looks good. Let's send it to Gabriel. Let's DM him, guys. I mean, why not? Sorry, guys. Taking it off the screen. Apologies, but we are actually DMing him. Trust me on that. Pulse HQ. So I would genuinely, suggest you guys, if you are building, you are doing anything in AI, and you are getting an opportunity to learn, to talk to work with anyone, don't shy away. Don't shy away. Chat with them, talk to them, learn alongside them in any way possible, right? Like whatever you can do to help yourself, help them, do it, because this whole thing is going to move ahead as a community. If we don't do that, I don't think we'll last very long, eventually everyone. So yeah, my suggestion is talk to people, work with them, and of course help them out in whatever way. All right, our DM is gone. Oh, it looks so bad. Can I edit it? Oh no. Can I delete it? Format. Let's hope it does not look bad on his. Okay. Yeah. Moving on. This is need this. Good. Weeks ago, Fable 5 was so advanced it needed the government and had to be taken offline. Today, we have access to arguably better models for $20 a month. Took what, 6 weeks? Exactly, right? Like 6 weeks back, when Fable 5 got pulled off by the US government for being too ahead of its time, to be honest, and a threat to cybersecurity and whatnot. Within 6 weeks, we have two models that are unmatched, that are almost of equal level intelligence and are working for everyone and anyone, and nobody can do anything about it. If now US government or any government for that matter comes in, pull back any model or any AI development, you will have open source, you will have another equal level intelligence model presented to you on a platter, and so now it's no more a race of two horses or two company. Now there are so many players in it that stopping AI development for any organization, government, companies is next to him. July update. Yep. Add Opus 5 as well to this. Sorry. You see front end, it did beat. Like we'll see this front end Kimi K3 is right now at the top and by quite a good mark. That's another thing to I don't think it's properly justified in numbers, or maybe it is representatively. But you see, there's quite a huge gap with Kimi K3 and Cloud Fable. I just hope the speed increases. I personally myself probably will switch to Kimi K3. He have no limit. Right, and there are no guardrails for biology, for cybersecurity. What Fable has always been about. They did not release Mythos just for the reason that we were not prepared for the cybersecurity and biology features. And now Kimi K3 is there. GPT still has those guardrails, but Kimi K3 is there without any guardrails. So that's another plus point for Kimi K3. If you are auditing your code base, right, for security and everything, Fable will flag. GPT will also flag after an extent, but Kimi K3 will not flag. So that's a huge W for Kimi K. Yeah, that's making no sense. Right. Like we were just talking and we get this news. Satya Nadella blasts Anthropic's Fable restriction. Making no sense. I don't think it genuinely makes any sense. Biology, I still understand because it can be used for really bad purpose. Cybersecurity, I think maybe you'll stop it today, maybe for another week, 10 days. Eventually, you won't be able to stop. How did he build Facebook without GitHub? Yeah, you have to appreciate the guy there. Like, I know a lot of people hate him uh, because of, I don't know, many reasons. but just building a platform like Facebook, a social networking platform back in 2004 was crazy. Unequal access to AI could create new historical injustice. So right now, I have this theory, okay, in mind that I would love to share with you. Is here anyone in the chat? Because I think this is a good theory. It's still a theory. Just let me be clear, okay? It's not anything significant or no. There are no proofs. It's a proper theory that I have only in my mind, and it's based on a few facts. But yeah, it's still a theory. So if you remember, a few days back there was this news that came out that Chinese companies were prompting Fable and Opus so much that they were taking the prompt and the output from that model and using it to train their own models, right? Be it, it might have happened with Kimi K3 as well. And because of which Anthropic had all these guardrails and stuff, and they also, included a backdoor, they limited the prompting and all of that happened. So this was actual case that happened that we are aware of. And I think because of which China was able to build GLM 5.2 and Kimi K3. Because I think genuinely a month or 2 months back, we it was impossible to imagine that Chinese labs were at par with, like, these frontier labs in US. So I think using that data, they were able to train the model. And now after Kimi K3 launched, yesterday's for the first time, someone like Xi Jinping, the president of China, himself came out and gave such big statement that China will be the leader of AI. We will build AI which will be open to all, and we'll not do injustice by keeping it close or within the boundaries. And I think this is my theory. The reason is because now those prompting and everything, injection and everything that China were doing or these labs were doing is not possible on Fable or GPT 5.6 or other models that are coming up anymore. In fact, GPT launched GPT Red for that specific purpose just 2 days before. That is not possible. Now China is afraid again because they have achieved Kimi K3 intelligence, but they don't know how to go beyond it unless they will have access, unlimited or huge access to these frontier lab models. So that's just a theory that I have in mind. It may be true or maybe not, but that's why now he's coming out at a platform proving that we can build. And now he's saying that do not guard these models within the boundary, keep them open so anybody across the world can use it, because not getting access to AI will be injustice to them. So how interesting is that? It's a good model. Perfect tweet. It's a good model. That's all. Okay, I think this is how much is done. All 6 client effects fixed. Okay, this is also fixed. How many are left now, buddy? You see this, guys? Gemini, when we did build with Gemini, we checked again and again, we re-verified, but there was still about 400 plus improvements and bugs on our code, which now Fable and Opus were able to fix. So yeah, as the intelligence increases, you kind of need to redo your code, recheck your code, re-verify your code to make sure even with the best of intelligence, you are constantly evolving the way you are coding, whatever things you are coding. Right, will fix. I have hype fit. Converting this level in, everyone can now rent the same intelligence for $200 a month, which means intelligence stopped being the edge the moment you got it. What you convert it into is the edge, and an answer gets spent the day you receive it. A system keeps paying you after you have forgotten you have built. That's a really good thought. Day one of vibe coding. This was a this was a meme that went viral a few days back. Who is Jason? There have been a handful of tries. I would like to listen to the podcast maybe. Shigma had trying to use Cloud Code browser use. Hope they hire some good folks. Yeah, I think they say this, right? Like Codex harness is way better than Claude harness. So people that's why also use a lot of Codex for execution and planning for Claude with Claude. Because the harnessing power that Codex has is really amazing with browser, with tools and plugins. So yeah, I think that is one space where Anthropic definitely is behind OpenAI and they can work a lot on it to improve it because that is the future, right? I just want to automate my task. I just ask it to go ahead and find this and fetch this API key for me. It has to go sign up for me, fill out all the forms and requirements, and then get me the. So I think yeah, these harnesses will be a huge decision making factors while choosing your ADE or while choosing your model. So Codex is winning that race so far, and Anthropic needs to. I heard it the other way around. I see people using GPT in Cloud Code now. Yes, that is one thing that happened around when GPT 5.6 just got launched because people thought Fable is still better, and why not use Fable for planning and GPT for execution, right? So why they were using in Cloud Code is just because they were used to their workflow. They were used to their uh, process. And even myself, if somebody will ask me to switch to Codex today, I will be really, really scared and sad because for the last 3 months, I've been back to back coding with Claude with my max plan. And if I need to switch to Codex, I'll always be worried about performance and my context and everything. So people thought instead of losing that context and everything, you pull out the plan with Fable and then you give it to your GPT inside Cloud Code so it can execute it. So that was the whole idea of it. It was something to do with the instruction file encoder that was outdated as hell. That unfortunately I'm not aware of. About these instruction files in Codex, but Codex also got a new makeover, right? If you are unaware, Codex with the release of GPT 5.6, Codex got a huge makeover in agent orchestration, in multi-agent orchestration and plugins and harnessing and all of that. So I think people are using Codex for that purpose. Now I think it is good again. I'm not sure if this instruction file thing happened because I have never been a user of Codex, but could be the case what you're talking. I'm not 100% sure. In what Corgi is. Corgi is AI and technology to make insurance faster, better, and cheaper. It is an important problem because insurance is about 2x as big as all of software. Is the foundation of any economy, and the current products suck. Some people obsessively hate on us because we work really hard. We that we employ women, that we are an AI company, that we are growing quick. Yeah, I think Corgi is now $1 billion company, right? Their valuation they raised a huge round. Um, I think insurance with AI, I have never thought of it much, but why not look into it? Corgi. Yeah, they raised $108 million. Solutions, products, company, customer, pre-seed, products, general liability, cyber liability, directors in office, core operation. I don't know how they operate. That means fast quotes, competitive pricing, and team that understands your business. The minute I hit submit, documents come back, a channel Slack gets created, and the founding team message me speed. Okay, so basically, I think what they're doing is they just made the whole insurance process faster and more personalized. For example, they are not just selling standard packages, right, which insurance company sells. Like, okay, this is my age, this is what, just sell it. Now, for technology companies, there are so many factors inside it. So they have built, I think, something around it where you can get your customized quotes and it will be there for each and every problem or risk that you have. So it's more of like solving the risk factor for you, or reducing the risk factor for you. I think that's what they're working on. Maybe we can research someday with more details. Yeah, but they have raised a ton of money. Okay, this is all old news, guys. So past it. OpenAI should let you buy weekly resets for 1/4 of your monthly. Should let you buy weekly resets. Why? You have like those uh like resets that you can save. So why to buy or anything? Yeah. We were just talking about harnesses, and you see over here is best and only harness you need right now. Pure performance and efficiency, at least for coding, but it's generally awesome to work and orchestrate other harnesses and models. I have GPT 5.6 Soul and now Kimi K3 running inside it. They both perform better than in their proprietary harnesses. So yeah, there is another perspective. Maybe we were wrong, or I was wrong all along. Maybe. You never know. Edit speaks. How many are done? I think we should be almost done by now. Running 37, 6. Yeah, it's still. We are seeing an explosion of AI foundational models, open and closed source, each with different strength and price tags. For businesses, the real bottleneck isn't finding a model, it's deploying the right one efficient. That's why there is a growing appreciation for how critical interference becomes. Like Simply Smart HQ, they're building the essential infra to make AI scalable, fast, and actual. Fast and inference for your generative AI workloads, all ML ops workflows via Terraform line. I think, yeah, what he's saying makes sense, but of course, he's just promoting it. Maybe he's an investor in it or something. For enterprises, there is a bottleneck, like how and what model they should actually use, and which one is the right choice for them, with every other day a new model coming, right? Like where they'll get the best support, best privacy, best security, best output, right? All these things they have to make an note of, and then choose their model, and which will give them most efficient output as well. And I think that's what FDs are about, like forward deployment engineer. That's what their whole job is about. And not just that, you will see, I personally feel, small scale models. Like, for example, right now, this, Fable I was just reading today is a 6 trillion parameter model, right? Your Kimi K is about 2.7 trillion parameter model. I don't know about 5.6. So you will see smaller models, maybe which are around, let's say, 27 billion, the Gamma one, or 35 billion parameter, 70 billion parameter models, which will be easily deployable on, within the organizations on small systems, small infrastructure, and they can be really, really efficient to an extent of a frontier model, because they will be properly or neatly trained on that sort of data, or they will be like properly, you can say, integrated with the systems that particular organization. And that's where Pulse will also come into the picture. So yeah, I think that's another thing that I was thinking about when we are talking about how organizations or companies will adapt AI. Cost into account, arguably number one when taking speed and cost into. I think now it's Chat GPT, probably if not Soul Terra, when we are talking about efficiency. Grok is close, but I think I'll choose Terra over Grok. And Kimi K3 does. Yes. Cursor does not have Kimi K3 so far. They have 2.7. I think I checked it, but they don't have Kimi K3. I think they need to release it very, very soon. Okay. So let's just remove a config file. That's fine. All fixed agents are now complete. Cool. So I think now we have fixed the 80 plus issues that we had. That's great. The America's moronic visa policy is almost certainly a factor in why Kimi Moonshot is Chinese startup and not an American one. The fact that we don't staple a green card to every AI PhD completed in America is stupid. Would be more logical to seize their passport and what a controversial statement. Zilin Yang, founder and CEO of Kimi Moonshot and release Kimi, what a huge win for open source community. Okay, I just got to know the name of founder of Mini Moonshot, Zilin Yang. It feels the strategy thing was graduating from my lab at CMU. Okay, he studied at Carnegie Mellon University. Not only did he complete his PhD in just 4 years, but he also made truly fundamental contributions to ML during his time at CMU. What a spectacular career. Congrats. Wow. He got American education. Of course, he must be talented, no doubt around it, right? He must have contributed even way more than he could have received from there. But America did not give him a green card, or was he too patriotic to go back to his country? Crazy, crazy. I think now this is one of the things that America will keep an eye on now. US will keep an eye on. You can get unlimited use in granola. Skills are so powerful that they feel illegal. Last 30 days, I know about Unslop I know about Taste Skill, I know about Loopy, I don't know. Does this happen to you as well, guys? You keep saving it and then you never revisit it again. I'm trying now to kind of revisit again, maybe on stream, off stream, just to get an idea or prepare myself more. But yeah, I'm doing a lot of stuff for sure. Migration live, okay, committing the security wave. We are in the end game now, guys. We're in the end game. Has anyone here shipped a real product built with vibe coding what survived contact with actual user? I have. Gen Z electricians working on AI data center are reportedly earning up to $280. Wow. Time to become an electrician. It's time to become an electrician, guys. I think these manual jobs will again have a lot of value with AI coming into the picture, because these data centers, these servers require so much of physical labor as well. From all the domains, be it plumbing, electricians, civil, everywhere. These jobs will come into demand a lot, and the salary will be skyrocketing. This is just one example of electricians, but I think across the domain, whoever were doing like boring jobs or these manual labor jobs, I think it's your time out to shine again. Cloud users scare me with about ambition more. Still with a 5 million exit someday, but nobody funds that story. They bitch global domination and experienced investors see right through the agents. That's how bad deals. What a nice thought. Founders do actually lie to their investors. And they say that experienced investors can see right through them, but angels. Because I think when someone, even like someone like me, I'm beginning, I want to make Pulse into a $1 billion company. All right. Like I have the vision, I have the thought process. But if tomorrow someone comes and offer me $10 million for it, will I not take it? Probably I will, being very honest. Probably I will, probably I'll not. I don't know yet, because of course I'm in very early stage to even make any decision. I can see the vision, I can see things happening. But again, there are so many factors that may help me make a decision or will impact my decision. So that's something to be, watch about, and people just take it very lightly and they make false promises. But I feel you should not. Like, I think your vision, things should align with investors once you're getting on. Consistency is overrated. I published every week for a year and when one great post beat all of it by 10. But who did it? Wow, such a pretty. Which US cotton denim mills are best? It's Mount Vernon Mills, Vidalia Mills, American Back. Dalton Mills didn't show up. That's fixable. We do this for EY 59 and 300 got junk. Can I walk you through Dalton Mills full AO audit? Will show you exactly where Mount Vernon are getting revenue. Happy to say. Wow. What a great cold email, guys. I think if you need to learn something for a cold email, this is it. Learn from it. I am gonna save this right here. Copy, and put it on my Claude today itself. This is a cold email, and I just absolutely love it. What do you think about this? And what's stopping us to make cold emails or cold DMs like? I'll use Fable for this actually. This is a great cold email, by the way. Cool. I think we have literally revolved around the whole X. I'm just waiting for this to get over and then we go to sleep, guys. But I hope whoever joined, whoever got a chance to, connect, had a great experience here on the live stream. I absolutely love doing this. I was doing it for the last 3 days. Uh, Tomorrow we might do it, we might not. I'll see. But I genuinely love this whole community. You can keep watch out more for the space for the shots and everything that we'll keep doing. The idea is to build something meaningful for the community and with the community, and of course to monetize it, being very transparent and honest, and with you. And the biggest point is to build a distribution with. I wish everyone, anyone who comes here, the best. Any feedback they need, any information, I'm always up to discuss any of that. I'm genuinely glad I've been able to build it. And I look forward to seeing you guys again tomorrow or soon enough, if not tomorrow. So thank you so much, guys, for being here. We'll finish this, of course. I guess it's almost done. It's just writing last final tests and stuff and testing it out. So this is almost done. So here, I think it will be a right time for me to take a leave. Uh, Again, thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. It was a pleasure being here and talk to you guys and share my thoughts on multiple things. I will see you guys very, very soon.